Good morning, good morning, good morning, everybody. Everybody, welcome to JTraedz TV, where we discuss all stock related contents and much more. Man, TGIF guys, this is the last trading day of the week, man. So let's get ready to rock and roll. We don't have anything major today as far as economics goes. We don't have anything major as far as earnings goes. So what we're gonna do, guys, we're gonna take a quick dive. And Roman, good morning to you, boss. What we're gonna do, guys, we're gonna take a quick dive, into the SPY recaps. And we'll jump into the stock charts to see what everything has to offer for the last day of the week and get ready to rock and roll. So let me go ahead and remove this real quick. Let's go over our SPY recaps from yesterday, from Thursday. We had an open of 565.24, a high of 570.31, a low of 561.70, a close of 565.06 with the volume of 64.8 million. As I stated before, guys, we don't have anything major as far as the earnings goes. Once those blue chip companies roll back around the corner, guys, I will be alerting you guys to let you know, what particular companies will be coming back up as far as the earnings. Other than that, guys, that should be it as of now. And guys, if you are new to my YouTube channel, before I do hop over, man, please do your boy a favor and go to YouTube. Go on to JTraedz TV, guys. Smash that subscribe button. If you're already subscribed, hit that notification bell, like, share, comment. If you're on Twitch, either follow or subscribe to avoid the ads. Which now, again, I'm a part of the affiliate program, guys. So that's just that just comes with it. So, guys, I do apologize about that. So let's go ahead and hop into our charts and get ready to rock and roll, guys. In 3, 2, 1, let's go. All right, guys, we're here. So far, we are setting up pretty well, back on an uptrend. We did come right back down doing after hours, guys, towards that 563.50. Started to bounce from that level, pushing our way back up towards that 568. Remember, that was the old range that we were in yesterday, from the 563.50 bottoms, how we rotated our way up to 568, got that rejection, came right back down towards it. We cracked the 563.50 momentarily down to that 561.93, wound up reclaiming that 561.50, and then getting out, 563.50 for that rotation right back up towards 568. Got that push up to 570, then right back on down to that same exact price point. So that 563.50 is like a magnet. It's like you leave from it, you return to it, you leave from it, you return to it. So normally when we see something like that, it's like a pivot point. So you leave from it, you return to it. You leave from it, you return to it. Even on the downside, you leave from it, you return to it, you leave from it, you return to it. So if you notice how that 563.50 pulls like a magnet, whether you're on the downside of it or the upside of it. So basically, when you're on the upside of it, you can utilize that for support once you get back above the 563.50 for the possible push back up to the upside. Now, when you're underneath the 563.50, it can act as resistance as you pull back down towards the downside. So at this moment, we did pull back down to it during after hours, wind up getting that bounce right back up, therefore putting us in the area of support. 563.50 for that push right back up, and we know where the strong resistance is going to be. We know right now that we are above one of the main key areas of resistance, which is around 566.56. So keep in mind, why is that price point important? We'll go back a little bit. Right here, guys. We got rejected. We ran up towards that area, got rejected. Then we wound up breaking that key area, running up towards the 568, and then pulling right back down to 563.50. And again, why is that 563 area so important? If we go back, that was the area from Monday. So right here, after we broke out of that 561.93, we pulled back down towards that 559, started to get that reversal right back towards the upside, broke that pre-market area, 561.93, and then wound up running towards 563.50, which is where we got that pull back down. So you can see right here, that was that area from Monday, which was 563.50. So we take that line here, I'll take that price point from Monday, go to Friday, right across the board, you can see exactly after hours where those buyers bounced at. Bounced at what price point? 563.50, pushing your way back up towards that 568 level. Now, why is that 568 level so important? So that's where we had somewhat of a double top. Right here, right across the board. We ran up to that 568, we got rejected once. 568, we got rejected twice. Came back down, wound up pulling back down towards the 591.63, pushing our way right back up towards that 563.50. And then going for that retest of 568 up to 570 and then back down again. So in other words, it's putting you somewhat in a range. Right now you're in a range. You have the tops around 568. You have the bottoms around 563.50. So this is the area where sellers are having a hard time cracking. 568 is an area where bulls have a little bit of trouble breaking out. So you can see right here, every time you run up to 568, sellers are sitting here. Every time you run around that 563, 563.50, buyers are sitting here. So you can kind of see the rotation back and forth, back and forth. Now that we broke above that 568, what was that next key level? 570. So right there, 570 is going to play another role. Because you remember, that was the old channel that we were in weeks ago. We was in that range of 555, 559 up to 570. So we go back a little bit, go back down memory lane real quick before the bell rings. And we go back, I'm going to use my 90-30 chart. And again, excuse all the lines because, I mean, it was so choppy, so I do got to fix that a little bit. But let's go back a little bit. When we were in that channel a while back, where is it at? Where is it at? Right here was one where we were at 559, 570, 559, 570, 559, 570 till we got that breakout above that 570, pushed up toward that 576, 577. Then we came back underneath the area, what? 570. Then came right back down to what? 559. Then we wound up cracking it. But keep in mind, that was the range that we were in weeks ago. That was March, March 18th, where we found our way in that channel, where we rotated back and forth, and then we finally got the breakout. Then we finally fell back in that channel, but then wound up cracking that channel. So keep in mind, 559, 570. So we already know why we got rejected there yesterday, because that was the old key area where sellers came in aggressive and yanked you right back on down. Every time you ran up to 570, pull back. 570, pull back. So we go back this way during the present. Yesterday, what did we run up to? 570. What happened? Pull back. So there you go. So forth. We know those are the key levels that we need to break out in order to see more upside. So if we can break above that possible 570 level, then we definitely we have the capability to run up as high as 575. Why 575? 575 because if we go back to my 180 chart, that is the area where sellers came in aggressive. So if we go back right here off my 180 chart, guys, 180-12 chart, you can clearly see where those sellers came in aggressive once we broke above 570. So right here, once we got and held above that 565, 69 level, right here this floor, what was the next level we ran up to? 575. So you can see right here, on that downtrend setup, we ran up from what? 552, ran up to what? 575, got that rejection right back down to what? 552. Then you ran up to 565, 69, then got that hard rejection. Now, present day, we came back up to the same exact area. 565, 69, caught a little bit of a rejection, pulled our way back on down, got a little break right above what price point? 565, 69. Old resistance can turn into what? Possible support, where we can possibly feel off of that 565, 69 level for that push back up to the upside. Would it be the next key area? Will be where did those sellers come in aggressive at? 565.35 level, where you ran up, got rejected, and pulled right back on down. So you can see, as long as you hold above that 565.69, you have room to run up to back up to 570, up to what price point? 575.35 for a possible rejection back down to the downside. All you're doing is going right back to these old tops, guys, right across the board, right back to those old tops. From that 565.69 level up to what price point? 575. That'll be your next one. So right now we are holding the floor from this old resistance level here. 565.69, go across the board. Turning old what? Resistance to new what? Support for a possible bounce towards the upside. Uptrend is still holding at this time. 90 MA is still riding on up with room to possibly squeeze up to the upside. So definitely keep that on watch to see can we get that push today from the market. So far, so good. So I'm keeping my eyes peeled on that, guys, to see where we go. So right now, we're on this uptrend. We know where buyers are trying to go, trying to re-break that 568, because we know that's where the double top occurred before the breakout. We break above that price point, and next key level is what? 570 level. So as long as those buyers can keep on, we know from now, from that 566.56 level, what's next? 568. From that 568 level, what's next? 570. So far, as long as that momentum can keep pushing up towards the upside, we could possibly see that movement and that break above that 570 level in due time. So right now, the market is still bullish. Again, definitely after we had the announcement of the Traedz Talk, we started to move back up towards the upside. What's up, Trader Mike? I'm about to put the chat box back up. I hate when it does that, man. It's annoying because that, man, it distracts the crap out of me. What you got, Ron? You said 530. I'm sorry, 570.30. What price point did I see yesterday? It was before that price point. It was around No, you're right. You're right. You're right. You're right. You're right. It is around that 30. Yeah. And I see exactly what you're talking about. Yeah. So we got the same thing. I see it. I see it, boss. Roman. So I agree with you. I agree with you 110%. I do see it. Yeah, right around that 570.30. Yep. You're absolutely correct. I do see it. I do see it, boss. Yep, that'd be those tops like right here. Would be around these key areas right about here, and that would be around 570.30. So I agree with you 110%, Roman. 110%. Yep. I agree with you 110% because we're gonna have to break past this level here where we did a green and red, move back down. Yep, because we're gonna have to break past that price point where we can try to utilize that for possible support, where we can go up, pull back, utilize this to bounce. But this is gonna be the area. But I do see what you're talking about, Roman. Yep, right around 570.30, right around those areas. I do see it. I do see it, boss. But we do need to get back above these levels here, because this is the level where we got stuffed at. This is where we had the reversal at right here. This is where we had the reversal at, right about here. So that's why we need that push. Because right now, the market's still looking good. The market's still uptrending. Again, you're holding that major area, which is 565.69. That floor, which was always resistance, can now be utilized for support to reverse back this way. Because now instead of being on a downtrend, you're on an uptrend. So we could do the opposite of what we done before. Because before we were on a downtrend, now transitioning to an uptrend. So that's the possibility, boss. So, I mean, it's still looking bullish to me. So, I'm going to keep it on watch to see if those buys are going to step in. And don't forget, guys. Thunder, what's up, boss? Good morning. And don't forget, guys, today is Friday. Be mindful. Do not throw away your gains that you made from Monday through Thursday based off of one day. If you see a setup, take it. If you don't see a setup, do not force a trade. So, we're going to start a new hashtag. It's No Force Friday and Fast Cash Friday. Because if you don't force it, you wait on the right setups, make that move, get in and out, then it turns into a Fast Cash Friday. But right now, guys, no forcing, no force Fridays. So be careful, take your time. And again, analyze these two specific areas, the areas that we're in right now. Why? Because that was the area, we go back a little bit. Again, when you got rejected at 568, fell back on down, what did you hit before you hit that 568 range? That was around that 566.56. Let me put it back to a 15-minute time frame where you can see a little bit better. Let me go back to it a little bit right here. There we go. Here we go, guys. Right here. So when we got rejected at 568, came back on down. What was the area before we came back up to 568? That was around at 566.56. Then we came right back on down. So we go back this way. That was Monday. This is the area. See that? Old resistance can turn to possible what? Support. Thus putting you in a channel between 566.56 to 568. So right now you're in this range. So the main thing, again, if we want to see more upside, we want to see these buyers hold above that price point. We want to see them hold above that 566.56 for that possible retest of 568. If we can get that possible push back above 568, then we have room to push our way up to 570. Matter of fact, what we can do right now, guys, is we'll do this. We'll take that particular price point. We'll try to make a channel. We'll use that as a bottom for right now. We'll try to utilize that 566.56 as a bottom. We'll use the 568 as a possible pivot, and we'll use the 570 up to the top as a top. So we'll do that. We'll set up a little range right here. So right now we're pulling back down. So keep that on watch, and we'll use this area here as resistance. So we'll do that. So let's set up a little channel as of now. We'll set up a little temporary channel. So what we want to see from this price point. So right now you got bottoms, you got mids, and you got tops. So for right now, what we want to see, we want to hold above. We want to stay above that 566.56 area, because that was from Monday's rejection. Excuse me. That was Monday's area. So from that price point, we want to move our way back up toward that 568 level, from 568 up to 570. So that's the only way to avoid a downtrend. Because guys, I mean, right now, you can look at it from two standpoints. You can look at it from an uptrend standpoint. You can also look at it from a downtrend standpoint. So if you do this, I know we got about 30 seconds left, guys. So if you do this, you'll see a downtrend, right? You'll see a downtrend based off of that price point around that 566.56. When we hold that key level, then we can also see an uptrend at the same time. So let's get ready to rock and roll, guys. We got about 20 seconds left, so let me go ahead and get you guys geared up and ready. So y'all already know, man. Have your game plan set in motion. Get ready to rock and roll. Let's respect these price points and see how the market is going to present itself for the first half of the market, going to the second half of the market. And don't forget, guys, today's Friday. I will be half a day. Market is about to ring in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Game time. Let's rock and roll, guys. So watch that price point, 566.56. Let's see if those buyers can hold that key level. Again, if we can hold above that level, then we can possibly maintain the uptrend back up to the upside of 568. However, if we fall back underneath that price point, then we may continue the downtrend back down underneath that price point, where we could pull our way back down to the 565s and so forth. So let's see who's gonna win this one. So right now we're at a crossroad between a possible uptrend and a possible continuation downtrend. So let's see on who's gonna win this one. Which momentum is gonna take place? Will the buyers overtake the sellers, or will the sellers overtake the buyers? Right now, you are above that price point of 566.56 at this time. Let's see, can we stay above that price point, get that push back up to 568. However, if we cannot stay above that price point, then we will possibly continue the downtrend back towards the downside. So right now, as of now, buyers are holding above 566.56 at this time as of now. But watch this downtrend setup, guys. See how we're having trouble trying to break out of that downtrend setup still? We hit up toward that 567 and come right back down. Watch how we kind of having a little bit of trouble trying to break out of that downtrend setup. So right now we're kind of in a stranglehold situation between the buyers and the sellers. So right now, again, we're in between a downtrend because we have not broken out yet, and right now we're in between an uptrend because we haven't cracked it yet. So let's see on who's going to win this, this stranglehold. Who's going to win this the position? Who's going to have momentum? Who's going to have more strength? Will the buyers have more strength, or will the sellers have more strength? Again, if the sellers have more strength, then that should require us to stay underneath that trend line, fall right back down underneath that 566.56 as we continue the downtrend. If the buyers have more strength, then we should hold above that price point, break above that downtrend, continue the uptrend back up toward the upside of 568. So keep it on. Look at it from both standpoints. But we know that price point, 566.56, is going to make the difference. So above it, we'll see more upside. Below that price point, yes, we'll see downside. So we can look at it from this standpoint. So I can see it from a bigger channel standpoint too. So this is what I'm going to do. So instead of taking that 68, I'm going to take that price point. I'm going to do this. We're going to utilize that one for the pivot point. So you'll have you have the downward area of that channel, and you have the upper portion of that channel. So we'll do this. We'll just use this 568 for like a little temporary area for right now. And we'll look at the whole entire range that we're in right now. Tops all the way to these bottoms. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to change this color to green because that'll be our support. And bam. So you got bottoms, mids. Now y'all see the whole entire channel. Mike, Trader Mike, Roman, Trading Profit, Stun Degenerate. Y'all see the whole entire channel set up now? How we got these bottoms? 563.50. Mid area, 566.56. Tops, 570. So you see what the tops is, midpoint is, bottoms is. So you see the whole entire channel setup. So this is the whole entire channel setup that we're in right now. So right here, this is the setup that we're in. We got the bottom still holding at 563.50. We got the top still holding 570. Midpoint area, 566.56. So what I'm going to do is, let me see what I can do, because I don't want to have too many lines on the board. So let me see how can I utilize this. Because I'm going to try to look at it from both standpoints. Because right now we definitely got Tesla spiking. Tesla's definitely spiking, trying to spike back up to that 300 range, Trader Mike. So that bad boy is definitely spiking. And Jenna, good morning to you, Queen. So let's see. So I'm going to keep both. What I'm going to do is I'm going to darken them out so we can just focus on the range as of now. I'm going to see which way we're going to go. And all I'm going to do is just base it off of that price point right here, 566.56. I'm going to see if we hold it. If we can hold it, we have room to push our way back on up, which will stay on the upper portion of that range. If we crack back underneath that price point, that means that put us back down to the lower portion of that range. So right now, this is your channel setup right now, guys. 563 bottoms, 563.50 bottoms. 566.56 mid, 570 tops. So this is our range as of now. We hold that midpoint area. We'll focused on the upper portion of that range. Below that price point, we're focused on the lower price point, lower range. Why Tesla spiked though? Any news? I don't know, but it sure went for a squeeze. I can clearly see that. It definitely went for a squeeze on Tesla. I mean, you clearly see that. It went for a ascending triangle squeeze. Look right here. Look at that. That bad boy definitely went on a squeeze. Right at that price point of 290. 290. We're on a definite squeeze, and we know we're trying to go. So I'm gonna set an alert right at 300. I'm gonna set an alert at 300 because you're only $3 away from that price point. Because you gotta remember, Tesla normally likes to move by $5 increments. So we already blew past 290 up to 295. So right now we're in a new range. Let's do this, and I'm gonna flip the range. I'm gonna show y'all the possible channel that we're in as of now on Tesla. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this area 290, and we're gonna put that towards 300. We'll take that towards 300 because that'll be your tops. Then we'll take this mid area. We'll put at 295. Oops, I'm sorry, 295. That'll be your midpoint area. And then we'll take 90 and we'll set that for here. So we'll just move the channel. We'll just move the channel, and we'll put 290 for bottoms. So right here, there you go. So 290, mid area 295, up to them tops at around 300. So there go your new channel. So we went from those bottom areas of 280, 285, 290. Now moving our way up to 290, 295, 300. So remember, it normally likes to move by $5 increments. So from 290 up to 300, that'll be a $10 move. So from that area, from that breakout, from 290 to 300, we already made a $10 move. And keep in mind that Tesla normally likes to move by $5 increments. So right now, here we go, blasting into a new channel. 290, 295, 300. We know where the tops is. So from that point, let's see, can we break above 300 and hold that key level, or will we get rejected and possibly pull our way back down to 295? So keep that on watch. Right now, SPY still holding above that 566.56 level. So we're still in the upper range of that channel. We just got to get that break above that 598 for the possible push right back up towards 570. If we can get that successful move, that'll give us a cup. That'll give us somewhat of a cup-like pattern. It may set itself up for a cup and handle pattern, where you run back up towards that 570 level, pull back down toward that 568 level for that bounce, where you get somewhat of a cup and handle pattern setup. So if we could get that successful push, that should give us a cup-like pattern on SPY. So if everything goes according to plan on SPY, this is what we should see. This is what we should see, guys. So if everything goes according to plan, we should see this. We should see someone to this nature like this. Possibly pull back to that 568. Retest that 570 for that possible squeeze, thus giving you an ascending triangle, thus giving you a cup and handle pattern. Because right now we know what area that we need to break. From 566.56, we got to get back on top of what? 568. From 568, you run up to that 570, that still be resistance. Now we get a little pull back down. That 568 should transition from resistance to now support, thus giving us a handle-like pattern. So that's the way it looked like we could. That's a possibility we could see if those buyers do step in and give us that push right back up towards that 570 range, because that'll give you a cup. And then for a pull back down, 568 for a possible bounce back up, thus giving you somewhat of an uptrend. So you see that? They give you somewhat of an ascending triangle pattern. So keep that in mind. So you see that? How you still pushing still? 568. Up to that next area of what? 570. So we know from 566.56 is going to be next what? It's going to be 568. We know this. That's going to be your next area, 568. Let me see. I'm looking at a few of these. Let me see which ones I can look at real quick. Oh, and I'm going to go over my game plan, guys. I thought about doing. I'm going to see if it works. I'm going to try to test it out and see if I'm going to go over it later. So I have two cash accounts. I have two of them. So it's a game plan that I'm trying to work on experiment I'm trying to work on. I'm going to see if I can, try to utilize where I can put myself in a position of doing calls and puts damn near at the same time. So I'm working on a little experiment real quick to see if it's going to work out. So what I'm going to do is, and I'm going to go over it after I, tweak it up a little bit. So I am working on trying to do two things. So I'm going to try to do it. I'm going to try to do it today. But again, I'm going to go over it with you guys later on. I'm going to go over it with you guys later to let you know what I'm going to do. I just want to try to see if it's going to work. I want to see if it's going to work out. I'm going to go over it later on. It's a game plan that I'm doing, Trader Mike. Because now having two cash accounts, I was kind of trying to come up with an idea how to utilize both. So I'm going to go over it too, boss. I'm going to go over it and to let you know. We'll go over it. So right now, we're still having a little bit of trouble trying to break that downtrend. I can still see it. Still trying to break that downtrend. Once we break it, we do have room to push our way back up. Tesla. Yep, and like I said, boss, we have room to run up towards that 300. I got my alert sitting at 300, boss. Right at 300. So you going? So right now we're in a new channel as far as Tesla, because you did bounce off that trend line. You didn't blew past, like I said, the bottoms of 290, mid area 295 up to 300. That's your $10 range. Right now, SPY still looking a little weak. SPY still looking a little weak. So right now, look like as of now, let me see, because the reason why I darken my line, because I'm trying to figure out who's gonna win this battle between buyers and sellers. So I didn't want to put both. So right now, it look like so far the sellers are winning, because we still getting rejected, or we still having trouble breaking above that trend line. Right as of now. I know Tesla. I know, right? What he said yesterday, Teslers. He didn't say Tesla, Teslers. I think he's supposed to be returning back to Tesla. Yeah, because they said once he left Doge, he was supposed to return back to Tesla. But then, what they were supposed to something about replace him or something like that I heard. They were supposed to get somebody else to step in. But let me see what's going on. I haven't heard anything. But that was the latest. I mean, the other news I heard before. Let me see if I see anything. As far as Tesla. I'm trying to see if I see anything on Tesla. Any news or anything. Let me see if old Walty Walt said anything on his Twitter. Walter Bloomberg. Let me see if he's saying anything. Let me see. I'm going on my Twitter right now, guys. Let me see if Walter Bloomberg not saying anything as far as Tesla's sake. I don't say anything about Tesla. Let me try. I'm gonna try to find it. Let me see if I can find anything on Tesla. If anybody's saying anything on, why is it spiking the way it's spiking. Quarterly counter Mondays. Pin tweet favoring bullish outcome. So these are the only things that I'm saying as far as Tesla, like latest tweets so far. Let me see. Based on whose recommendation? No. I don't see like. Before what? So was it based off of just a pattern setup? Let me see something. Let me take a look. Let me see if that's what it's based off of. If it was just based off of a pattern setup. Because I didn't hear anything. So right now, guys, got my alert at 300. Alert at 300. I mean, that bad boy, $10 move is insane. So let me look at Tesla's charts. Let me see if I can find anything, guys. See if I can find anything on what's the cause of it. Because it may be just a setup, maybe. Alright, let me check it out, guys. Let me see if I see any setups. Or anything that could indicate that. Or why is it doing what it's doing. All I seen was a pullback. Let me go to the 5-year chart to see if because I didn't really see like the notion. I mean, I had this old downtrend set up, but based off of the pattern wise, I mean, it looks a little bull flaggish right here. I mean, it does give dead off. But let me look at the 5-year to see if I see anything different. Anything that was anything that was indicating that. Let me go to my 5-year chart, see if I see anything different on that bad boy. Let me check it out, guys. Let me look on the Tesla real quick to see if that gave off anything. All right, Tesla. Let me see. All right, let me bring up my Tesla chart this way to see if I see anything. All right. 5-year chart. Where you at? 5-year. I mean, the only thing I seen was this bottom bounce. That was What date was this? That was the 7th when you came down to this trend line. Based off of my old setup I got from Tesla. Every time you come around that green trend line, bounce, green trend line, bounce, green trend line, bounce, where you did push your way up, where you went from the that 220 area back up towards 300 in this range. I do see that setup. From that green trend line up to this yellow trend line, when you have room to rotate your way back up. So I mean, I see that setup for sure. And now being on top of those indicators, the 13 EMA and 50, I mean, that bad boy could, I mean, if those buys do come in aggressive above 300, because you are above the 13 EMA and the 50 SMA at this time, if you break above that 300, I mean, you do have room to push your way back up towards towards this way. That'll be around, that'll be around the 330s, 320, 330s. If they get that blast this way, I mean, I do see the possible setup if they get that break above 300. And that's a 5-year chart. So 5-year chart. Like I said, we are back above those indicators, the 50 and the 13 EMA. So we are above that bad boy at this time. Oops, made me do that. Sorry about that. I hate when this chart does this. It's like this little arrow can never keep still. All right, there we go. There we go. All right, so we are above the 13 and we are above the 50 and look like a big. Oh shit! I do see it. Trader Mike, I do see it. That's why. I see it. That's why it exploded. That's why it exploded. I see it.
Automatic Rocky says.
Automatic, what's up, boss? Trader Mike, you see it? Look on the 5-year chart. You see it? You see the setup? That's why it exploded. I see it. And trade profit, y'all see it, bosses? Look. Look. Bam. 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 Bull flag pattern. Two-legged pull-up. Oh, yeah, buddy. That's why. That damn bull flag pattern.
High impact news today.
No, not we didn't have anything major today, boss. Everything once yesterday was done, everything is purely based off of momentum today. We don't have any strong earnings and we don't have any strong economic data today, Rock. Everything is purely based off of momentum. Now I see why Tesla exploded. Freaking bull flag pattern. On that 5-year chart, look at that. He had a big engulfing green candle, followed by that small red candle, thus giving you a flag. So when you pull back, okay, look, right here, Trader Mike. This is the area they need to get back on top of. They played off of that candle's close. Right here. Look at that. Look right across the board. Look. See that, Trader Mike? Trade profits? All of y'all see that? Once they got this area here, pullback failure. Pullback failure. They stayed on top of that candle's close right here. Utilize that for support. And then you got that pop, drop, pop situation. That's why they, okay, I see it. I see it.
Heard OPEC plus
right there.
So price is gonna sink, but other than that, we chillin'.
Yep, bull flag pattern. That's why that bad boy exploded. And then on top of that, you back on top of the 50 and the 13 EMA. So that bad boy could possibly still push. The way this is setting up, if those buys come in aggressive and get above 300, you could see a second leg up. Because you may get a measured move. Because based off of this candle, you may get one this way, about the same size of this one. If those buys come in aggressive, the same size of this one, you could get the same way. So, and that's a bull flag pattern. Damn, how did I miss that one? I mean, that was a bull flag pattern right there in your face. Holy shiitake. That's why it exploded. But no, trade profits. Trader Mike, look at the setup. Like bump the news. Funk the news. Look at the setup. That's a bull flag pattern. What they did was trade profits. They played around that candle's close here. That green candle. If you go across the board, all they did was stay on top of that candle's close. Pullback failure. Pullback failure. Thus giving you a bull flag pattern. And that bad boy pushed from the low areas right around where this candle closed at. Right across the board here. That was around 284. Around 284 level. Those sellers couldn't crack. From 284, blasted right back up 300, thus giving you a successful bull flag pattern. Now I see why it exploded. Now that makes perfect freaking sense. That damn bull flag pattern. How did I overlook that one? Oh, man. Oh man, I wonder if let's see if we can find some other ones that could be setting themselves up, and so we don't miss the next one. But Tesla already took off. I'm gonna see if I can find something else. Tesla was right. I mean, Tesla was definitely. That was definitely. Engineer, watch it. Just be mindful of that, because let's see what's gonna happen, Queen. Because based off of this, you don't have no upper shadows yet. You got lower shadows. Well, that bad boy can still proceed this way. If that bad boy breaks that 300, which that'll get you above that trend line, you could possibly push up to this trend line, which that's gonna be 310, 320, 330. You know, again, you may get a possible measure move, a two-legged pull up. So you got one here, and then this is your second one based off that bull. You might want to be careful on that 300 range. Be careful on that 300 range, because this is a bull flag pattern. That's a yeah, be careful on that. And then, engineer, you're above those indicators that may lead to another squeeze. So you're above the 50, you're above the 13, trying to chase right at 300 that could still push. I wouldn't, be mindful of that. Be mindful of that, because that bad boy could still set up for a possible squeeze up. So just watch that 300 level, Queen. Just wait. If anything, wait on confirmation. Don't go try to chase it. Just like we try to tell buys, don't catch a falling knife. For puts, don't try chasing a raging rocket. So if those buys come in aggressive and squeeze, because look at this, you could do a pop, drop, pop, almost like an upside down H pattern, which could lead to more push based off of that 300 range. If those buys can push above 300, hold that, you still got room to go from that trend line up to that possible area, this trend line here. So that's damn. How did I miss that setup? Oh, that would have been a good setup opportunity. I wasn't even thinking about Tesla. I'm not going to even lie to you. I wasn't even thinking about the setup. Everybody else caught it. They caught that setup. See what I mean? Engineer, you see what I mean? 300. I see what I mean? How you breaking above? Getting that possible squeeze? Bull flag pattern? Yeah, you might want to be careful on that. You're gonna have a little bit of interruption at 300, but those buys are definitely squeezing and based off that chart pattern. Damn, man. Let me see if I can find something else, because, man, Tesla already ran. Damn, man. That's crazy. I didn't even notice the setup. I ain't gonna lie to you. I didn't even notice the setup. That is insane. Damn, NVIDIA, too. Damn. Let me see. Let me go to the 180 on NVIDIA. I mean, look at NVIDIA, too. Let me see. NVIDIA, I mean, as well, damn near did a red to green move, trying to go to a transition from a downtrend to now an uptrend. Now, NVIDIA is above the 13 EMA. The 50 SMA is all the way up towards, which price point is that? 120 up to 125? So that bad boy's transitioning. So NVIDIA is transitioning with room to run up towards from the 13 EMA up to that 50 SMA. I mean 50 SMA. So that bad boy's changing. What else we got? So let's see what else we got. Let me see Apple. Let's see what Apple doing. Damn, man, that's crazy. Apple, Apple no. Let's see. That's not Apple. What else we have? AMD. AMD. Let me see. So AMD, a little bit of a bounce towards that 80, pushing his way up. So a little $20 runner. So it's trying to get a little bounce back up towards the upside, trying to get back in this range here. AMD, look like around that 96 up towards that 114ish level. So that bad boy, again, if you stay above that 13 EMA, you have room to push up towards the 200-day moving average. That's gonna be around 114. So that bad boy look like it's trying to bounce. What else we have? Microsoft. We have Microsoft. What's on that one? Damn! Microsoft. Jeez Louise on that one. Take all this off. I don't need none of this because we blew past all that crap. You don't need that. I mean, you can just look at with the setups itself. I mean, look at this. So tops. It's gonna be let's see. I mean, that bad boy got room to still push up. I mean, you're above all indicators. You're back above the 13 EMA, back above the 50 SMA. That bad boy can slowly be setting itself up for a possible. Ooh, hey, guys, watch Microsoft. Let me see. Based off of this, I'm saying for future references purposes, I mean, that bad boy can still be possibly trying to climb his way back up too. Microsoft, I mean, it's still on a steady uptrend. Got that nice deep pull back down to this trend line. Got that bounce, trend line bounce. I mean, look like it could be setting itself up too. You might, I mean, guys, y'all just want to prepare yourself for a lot of these future-wise. So let's see if I can make a duplicate copy. Where are these tops at? Where are these tops at? How they played this? Let me see. Where would it get rejected at? Here. So we ran up from these bottoms, rotated our way up to these tops. So then you're gonna have a mid area. So we see the bottoms already on that bad boy. See the bottoms on this. And your tops. Yes, 3. And tops gonna be up here this way so far on Microsoft. Then you gotta, because you're gonna have a mid area. So where's that mid area at? Gonna have a mid area that's gonna separate the two. Gonna be so on this little range, so on this little area. Right, look like right where we at. Yep, so look like you bounced from those trend lines. Let me see. Let me do away with these lines so I can look at this channel set up real quick. I'll put those lines back later. So let me take all this off. Come on, line shit. Alright, cool. So let me see. So right now we rotated from the bottoms around 220 up towards 468. So that bad boy look like it's still uptrending. Look like it's trying. Look like that 13 EMA is trying to move its way back up. That look like a big ass bull flag pattern too. On Microsoft too. What price point do we need to break back above though? What is that? 440. Oh, yeah, and I do remember that price point. 440. 440 was gonna be that definite area you need to break on Microsoft, because I remember I looked at that. 440 was gonna be a definite resistance area you need to break. If they can break above 440, I mean, yeah, if they break above that 440 level, can get that push towards these tops here. Cause that's where you keep getting stuffed at 440. So you definitely want to get that push. They break above 440. I mean, they definitely got room to push back up towards the upside. But that bad boy is slowly trying to set itself up. It's slowly trying to set itself up. You can clearly see what the hell that's doing. Meta. And I'm gonna do some research over the weekend to set myself up for future references. I'm gonna definitely do that. Meta. Which price? Oh, 600. We already talked about rare. Yeah, 600 was that level we needed to stay on top of. Meta. Let me see. Let's see. Tesla right now is slowing. Let me see, boss. But yeah, Trader Mike, if like I said, I missed it too. If we would have caught on to that bull flag pattern, oh man, we could have got in early. Engineer, us too. Like, look what I mean, engineer, look. That setup, look. So everybody was playing off of that setup. All the Tesla traders, they waited for that. Look at that. Bull flag. I told y'all. That's why I told you not going for a put. I told y'all not to go in for a put. Don't do that, because that bad boy look like you want to squeeze. Again, that's a bull flag pattern, two-legged pull-up. The next key area, I mean, the area that you bounced at, you gotta look at these key areas. That's gonna be around 320. That was that area here. Cause you see right here where you pulled up, you bounced 320. Go across the board where you could possibly, because you gotta remember, Tesla moves by what? Tesla moves by fives. Y'all know this shit. So 300, 305, 305. 310, 310, 315, 315, 320. So be mindful of that. Be mindful of that. It moves. You know that bad boy move by $5 increments. So see that? Now that you holding above that 300 range, you got room to push up to 305, possible 310, up to what? Possible 320. When you're going right back to these old key areas. So keep that on watch. We'll see. So let me go back real quick. So now that we broke above 3, so what we're going to put now? 305. So we're going to move it up. So right now, we're going to move it up. 300, 305. All right, 305. Bam. Move this up. 310. Bam. And then move this bad boy to 300. Bam. That'll be your range right now. There you go. So right now, you're holding above 300 for the possible push up to 305. So that'll put you in the bottom portion of this range. 305. If they can get that break, still run up to 310. Damn. Ooh, man, Trader Mike. The lows, like yesterday, Trader Mike, the low areas you could have got in at before that breakout was around that 385. 385 level, boss. From that pullback here, 385, man. That would have been insane. Had I would have looked at that setup, oh, I would have took it. I forgot, I wasn't thinking about Tesla. Man, had I would have thought about it. I mean, right here, Trader Mike, 285. 285, you rebroke up 290, up to 295, 300, possible area 305. Man, the bottoms was right here. Sweet, sweet little spot. Right across the board. 285 recovery, right back on up. Insane. And I didn't see the setup. I didn't think about it. And I'll be honest, Trader Mike, I didn't even think about it, boss. I didn't think about the setup. I didn't think about it. That's why when I went back to that 5-year chart, I noticed. Damn bull flag pattern. Hey, NS, is the reason to why Tesla spiked, boss. We figured it out. On why Tesla spiking the way it is, we figured it out on what it is, on what it was. We figured out what it was, boss. Why Tesla do Teslas. Boss, I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm gonna let you look at it for yourself. Go to your 5-year week chart and tell me if you don't see a pattern right there. Go to your 5-year week chart on Tesla and tell me if you don't see that pattern. That's why. And if you don't see it, I'll bring it up too. But go, because I want to see if you can see it, boss. Go to the 5-year week and you'll see a specific pattern setting up that caused those buyers to do that, caused it to explode. I'm gonna go to Tesla on mine too. So I'm gonna see if you're gonna see it before I bring it up. Had I would have saw that, oh Mike, me, you, engineer, Roman, and we would have all caught down to that. Man, I don't know why I wasn't thinking about a 5-year chart. I'm thinking, man, I don't know why I didn't think about it. I don't know why I didn't think about it. Hey, NS, you see it, boss? You see it? What I told you. What I told you. Where we at right now? We not too far from what price point. Let me see if we're going to hit it. Man, but you still kill Microsoft, Trader Mike. Shout out to you on that. You still kill Microsoft. I'm still jealous of you. But nah, congratulations though. But you killed that one though, boss. I mean, you definitely killed that one. But man, Tesla, oh my God. Man, now that I realize on why it spiked the way it did, makes sense. And you and engineer, you want to go in for a put? That's why I told you better not do that shit. That's why I told you better not. That's why I said you want to get in at 300. I say don't do that. More squeezes can occur. Do not do it. Don't you dare do it. Don't you dare. NS, you seen it, boss? You seen it? Again, I got the chart. I'll bring it up. That's why I was trying to save you from doing that. That's why right when you talking about a 300 put, I said don't do it. That's why I said don't do it. Don't you dare do it. I told you that. Don't do it. I seen that setup. Don't do it.
NSR911AFC says, I'm on 5 years chart.
Okay. Now, 5-year week. So look at 3 candles towards the right. Look at that engulfing green candle, followed by those two candles afterwards, red and green. Tell me if you don't see a setup right there. That's the reason why it exploded, boss. Look at those last 3 candles on that 5-year week chart and tell me if you don't see that setup. Yeah, no problem at all, engineer man, because I told you I didn't want you to get hurt. That's why after we did that research to see why I was exploding, that's why I said right now don't go for no push, not no 300. Hell no. Don't you dare do it. That's why I had to stop you before you did it. I said, nope, don't do it. I had to hurry up and stop you. Because I didn't want you to make a mistake. I didn't want you to get caught in that.
Nadia has donated $5.
Nadia, thank you so much, Queen. Appreciate you. Thank you for everything that you do, man. Love you. Thank you. Appreciate you. NS, tell me you see it. You got to see it by now, boss. I didn't caught on as soon as I saw it. As soon as I saw it, I caught on like in seconds. I caught it. On why it did what it did. I caught it in seconds, boss. I was like, nah, that makes sense. Now I seen why Tesla did what it did. Why it still exploded. Damn 305, I told y'all. 305, I told y'all. I told you. 305, baby. $5 increments, I told you. I told you. I told you. I told y'all. 305. From 305, if we keep pushing, you got what? Damn near 310. I told you where this shit was going. I told you where Tesla was going. Y'all thought I was lying. I told y'all. That's why I told y'all. Y'all better not go for no damn puts right now with this thing still exploding. Better not do that. Better hold off on that. Though I told y'all, puts, do not try to chase a raging rocket. Just like on the call side, don't try to catch a falling knife. Don't do that. So right now, look at the channel. I told you, Tesla likes to move by $5 increments. Did I not? Where's the body of the candle getting stuffed at? 305. Is it not a $5 increment level? 300? 305? Is it not getting the body? Is the body of the candle not getting stuffed right at 305? Because why? Tesla moves by what? $5 increments. I told y'all. Don't overguess it. Don't overthink it. I'm telling y'all. Don't overguess it. Don't overthink it before y'all even hit me up with nothing. $5 increments. Before y'all do it. $5 freaking increments. Don't you dare do it. I done went over this over and over and over. Tesla normally likes to move by $5 increments. 5. Before you do it. Ask me some extra stuff. Dude. Right now, engineer, as long as they hold that 305 level, you'll be in a range of 305, 310. But the area that I see that it could push up to is, to be honest, going to be around possibly 320. 315, 320. But we're going to keep it on watch because we don't want to jump the gun. As of now, we're on the range. Right now, around 305. We already broke above 300. Now up to 305. Now, if those buys can hold 305, that'll put you in the upper range of 305 to possible 310. So that'll be another $10 mover. So from $3 up to 300 to 310, that's a $10 move. So right now, you're $4 away from what? 310. And that bad boy, God, Mike, man, Trader Mike, oh man, I wish Mike would have caught that. That's one of his favorite ones. Oh man, Mike, I can't even imagine how much my guy would have been up. Oh man, I wanted that for my guy. And I wanted that for Trader Mike. NS, did you see it yet, boss? The setup? Why is exploding? Oh my God, man. Trader Mike, man. I wanted that for my dude. Oh, man. Oh, I wanted it for my guy. And he loved Tesla, too. Oh, man.
NSR911 AFC says, "Yeah, bro, I noticed it.
That bull flag pattern, huh? That bull flag pattern, huh? You saw that bull flag pattern, too, didn't you? That bull flag pattern. That damn bull flag pattern.
NSR911
Yeah, buddy. That's why it's exploding.
Yeah.
That's why $3 away from 310, guys.
NSR911 AFC says, "Now what is your vision for its
Based off the setup on the chart, NS, it looked like we may have room. I'm just being honest. It looked like we could just break above that 310 level. You do have room to possibly push up to 315, 320. Just being honest. If we can get that, if the momentum continues, if it continues, we could possibly see, and which will be in a new channel of 310, 315, 320. Because right now we're in a range of 300, 305, 310. So right now we're in this range as of now. But the way that it's looking, it looked like it could push towards like 315, 320. I mean, that's the way it looks. I'm just being honest. Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. And that's crazy. I didn't notice that, man. That's crazy. I mean, like, had I would have seen this days ago and been looking at Tesla setup, oh my God, I could have had an entry. Me and Mike and engineer, and I mean, let's see. Think about it. If they're spiking the way it's spiking, they ain't gonna give a damn about no RSI. Let's see. Cause you remember with Nvidia and SMCI, they didn't care about the RSI. They was oversold. They was overbought for like what, months? Nah, you remember that? Spy. I'm sorry, engineer. Right now we're at 58, so you still got room to run up. So you still got room. The only thing that's in the way right now is that 200-day moving average on the daily. So that's gonna be, so we got to get above that 200-day moving average right around 570. So that's the only thing that's in the way as of now, engineer. Let's see. Let me go to a 13 moving average. So we need to break above that 200-day moving average around that 570 level. Get that 570, 570, 50 break where you have room to run back this way. So if we can get that breakout above that 200-day moving average, I mean, you do have room to run up. What do you mean? Look at all this open space. Look at all this open space. So it could be, like I said, once we get above, because right now, based off of this, it says the 200-day moving average is at 570.50. So if we get that break above that 570.50, that 200-day moving average, that'll put us basically in open space above it where we can run up to 580, 590, back up to 600. So the only thing that's hammering you right now is that 570.50, right where that 200-day moving average is sitting at. Let me see how I was looking on the weekly. Weekly, you got almost the 13 EMA and a 50 right close to each other. You got the 13 EMA at 560.10, and you got the, in other words, we just need to get back above 570, even on the weekly. We just got to get back above 570, point blank. 570, because that's gonna shut all that down. 570, because you can see right here, 200-day moving average, 570.50. That'll definitely help out a lot, which we can push up to 580, 590, and so forth. So yeah. So RSI, I mean, RSI still not bad, engineer. It's still not bad, but we just got to get above that 200-day moving average. It's the only thing in the way right now. It's the only thing in the way. So we need to get above 570.50. That's going to be up here. So right now, we're still getting hammered by that downtrend still. So we're still getting hammered. Still have yet to break out of the downtrend. That's why I told y'all to look at it from both standpoints, from a downtrend and an uptrend standpoint. So right now, downtrend, still having trouble breaking out. So you're still having trouble breaking out. So yeah, we're having a little bit of trouble. And but engineer, the body of the candle, where you pulling back underneath? What price point? What the body of that candle is? Where you getting stuffed at? Where you getting stuffed at? Not the wicks. The body of that candle. Where the body of that candle getting stuffed at? So I'm trying to see what would SPY need to do to get this ramp up. What would SPY need to do? Yeah, see, 305, Queen. See that? See, even though you got an upper shadow, the body of the candle is getting stuffed right at 305. Because remember, we talked about it. Tesla normally likes to move by $5 increments. So if we can stay above 305, then from the next level, we have what? 310. Why? Because we can turn 305 into support, thus putting us in the upper portion of that channel. So where we can focus on 305 to 310 level. And it's still bearish. That bad boy, I mean, not bearish, I'm sorry, bullish. Still on the bullish run. That, I mean, it's... Boy, I feel sorry for them puts. God. Who tried to get in? Boy, who got caught in that? Damn, boy, them puts got ate up. Now, what SPY may try to do, it's a big ass may try to do is they may try to, knowing that today is Friday, and you already know majority of the contracts going to expire on a Friday, it's a big May. What they may try to do is, even though we're pulling back, you already know I'm about to say, Trader Mike, Azen, engineer, you already know what I'm about to say on this. What they may try to do is stall those puts out of their contracts. You already know where I'm going with this. Even though we're pulling back, what I'm doing is just watching. All I'm doing is watching these levels. I want to see if they're going to get pullback failure. Because you got to keep in mind, a lot of contracts going to expire on a Friday. You already know what come down, especially with puts, time decay, especially if you can't get those successful pullbacks like they want, and those buys are holding a certain key level, and it just goes sideways, and then the next thing you know, buy step back in, then it explodes back up. Now all the puts, they're losing out on money, time decay is wearing them out, and so forth. So that's all I'm doing right now. I just want to see if that's what they're going to do since today is Friday. Since today is definitely Friday. Right now, engineer, we're in that range still of 568 and 566.56. Remember, that was that other area of resistance. Now we're above that price point. Because remember, we go back a little bit. When we got rejected the first time at 568, based off of my, let me go back a little bit. Right here, engineer. My bad, I didn't mean to move my chart. Yeah, right here. So when you got rejected at 568 and fell back on down to bounce, you hit that what area first? What area first before 568? You hit what? 566.56, right? That was resistance. Then you dump back on down. Now we take those same price points, go this way, yellow line. Look where we at. See that? See how the buyers are trying to turn that old resistance into possible support? So that's why I'm trying to see where we're going to go from here. You know, are we going to hold this key level? You know, with those buyers stall those puts out of their contracts? You know, as time moves forward today, you already know time decay and everything else, where buyers can utilize that possible 556, 66, 56 level to possibly move their way right back up to 560, back up to 570. So that's what I want to see if that's what they're going to try to do. Because today is Friday, and I want to see if they're going to try to, if that's what they're going to try to go for. Because right now we do still have some weakness, but I do still see a possible setup on SPY still. So that's what I'm watching. I'm still watching this little setup that could occur. So I'm watching this very, very closely to see what's going to take place. So all I'm doing is watching this very, very cautiously to see.
Channel says, "What's up, man? Can we look at PLTR and HIMS?"
Yeah, boss. What we got? Let me see. PLTR 120. PLTR 120, boss. It looked like you held that 106, then got back above 110 and ran up towards that 120 right here. So it looked like you're in between. As of now, it looked like you're in between the price points of 115 and 120. 120 tops, 115 bottoms. So look like right now you're getting hammered hard around 120. So if we want to see more upside, we want to definitely break above that price point. Whereas as we can move our way back up to the 122s, up to 125s, and so forth. But right now, PLTR, that's going to be the area that we need to break. Rod is going to be at that. It's going to be that 120 level. I mean, you do have somewhat still of an uptrend pattern. We just got to break above that price point. So I'm gonna set an alert at I'm gonna set an alert at 120. I'm gonna set an alert at 120. So I got you on that one. I'm gonna set an alert at 120, and then what was the other one we said? HIMS. All right, so I'm gonna set an alert at 120 on that one. See if Ken can get a breakout. All right, HIMS. All right, HIMS. What we got on this one? Where's this key area? 154. Let me see. Okay, so they look like HIMS moves by twos. Look like that bad boy moved by $2 increments. So down to where we at right here? What was these bottoms around? Almost around 48ish. Let me see. Like you reclaim 48, or at least close to this level. 47.50. So it look like HIMS is on a downtrend. Right now, boss. So you clearly see that downtrend, almost like a little downtrend setup. In order for us to avoid that downtrend setup, we need to get above 52. Definitely want to get back above 52. That's going to break us out of that downtrend setup. For sure. So right now, as of now, boss, as far as HIMS, look like around that 54 level where you get rejected at. It look like you're on a downtrend setup at this time. So it look like we're going to need to break above 52. From that 52 level, we need to push and break above that 54 level where we can reverse the play back up toward the upside. But right now, it looks like HIMS is on a slow downtrend. Yeah, so far, look like a slow downtrend as of now. So PLTR, we got to break above 120. As far as HIMS, we need to get that break back above that 52 to 54 level, where we can reverse the play back to the upside. Because other than that, you'll be creating somewhat of a cup-like pattern, like an upside-down cup, boss.
Thank you.
Yeah, so you was looking at it to go long, right? Rod, you're looking at it to go long, right? Yeah, so like I said, for HIMS, if you want to go long, you definitely want to get back above. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so based off of this, yeah. So we're gonna have, like, right now you're in a downtrend. Based off of yesterday, we ran up yesterday's intraday. We got rejected at 54. And going into today, you came back down, so you lost a little bit of value, so which is creating a downtrend. So we need to break our way back up to 52 to 54 level. If we get back above that level, we can transition from a downtrend to an uptrend. The bottoms that held though at this pullback was looking like around 47.50, because you got a 47.50 bounce, 47.50 bounce as you ran your way back up to that 54, and then came right back down. So I'm trying to analyze these areas, boss, to help you out as best as I can to see. Let me see. To see how can we get our way back up to the upside. But we definitely want to stay in the 50 range. We don't want to fall back in the 40s. So we definitely want to hold 50 for sure. Hold 50. Yeah, so let's do this, right? We're going to do this for right now before we fall all the way back down. Let's see, can we utilize 50? Let's see, can we utilize 50? Because we want to do a stay in that 50 range. Because you don't want to fall back into the 40s. So that's the whole thing. Let's see. Let me utilize this little area here real quick. We know where the tops is at. So we want to stay within this little range here. So right here, you see where 50 level held, then you ran right back up to 54, came right back down. 50 level held, ran right back on up to 54, came right back on down. So we want to hold that level, because again, if we lose that, then you'll fall from that 50 level back down towards that 4750 level. Because again, it does give off somewhat of like an upside down cup like pattern to me. But yeah, just be mindful of that, boss. Watch those levels. Watch that 50 level first to see can we hold. Because like I said, last time we held it, you ran back up to 54. So that was a good support level, 50. But if we crack 50, then you'll fall from that level, as you can see here. Because, all right, look right here, Rod. You see how that 50 level played a support and resistance? So right here, when we went underneath 50, you fell back down to that 4750. Now, when you were above 50, you ran back up to 54 level. So that level, that could be an actual make and break level. So again, if we lose 50, then you have room to fall back down to these lows here, as you can see right here, from 50 back down to 4750. If we can hold 50, then we can rotate our way back up towards the price points of 52, 54, so forth. So it looks like that 50 is gonna create some type of like a make and break situation. So right now, yeah. So I'm gonna watch this 50 range, because right now, look like we slowly cracking it. So right now, we're slowly cracking it. So yeah, Rob, watch that 50 level. Watch that 50 level, because okay. In other words, above 50, you have room to run back up to the upside, because you're still holding the 50 range, which you can move your way back up to 52, 54, and so forth. Now underneath 50. Then you'll go back down into the 40s, which you'll move back down to the 40s, 48s, 47s, or so forth. So like I said, you can see right across the board how 50 acted as support and resistance. Above it, you can see how we went up, and below it, you can see how it went down. So that area, 50 alone, can again change the course of things. If we can hold it, we'll go back up. Below it, we'll possibly come right back down and continue that downtrend setup. So yeah, so just keep that on watch, boss. Keep that on watch. But yeah, so that looks like the range that we in as of now. So I'm gonna put a green line around 547.50, because that's the area that the bottoms so far, and these are the tops up here. So I'm gonna do that. So that's the range that look like we in right now. And then like I said, PLTR, and I see it pulling back, engineer. I see it pulling back. And PLTR, like I said, 120 for sure. I mean, you can clearly see that. Every time you hit 120, rejected. 120, rejected. 120, rejected. Every time you hit 120, that's going to be a strong resistance. Now, once we break above that bad boy, we do have clear room to run back this way towards these highs, around 25, 125, and so forth. So, but what I'm going to do is, Uncle Rod, I got you, boss. What I'm going to do is I'm going to save those tickers. And even over the weekend, I'm going to do some research on it, and I got you. I got you, boss. To see, how can we set up, for... future moves back up. Matter of fact, also let me check out the because I'm still watching SPY, guys. Remember, we fell right back underneath that 566.56. So we fell right back underneath that price point. So keep that in mind. All I'm doing is shifting my contracts. Man, I got you, boss. So and what I'm gonna do real quick too, I got you on this. What I'm gonna do is, let's take a look at it real fast from the 180 standpoint to see can we see any setups or anything, for the near future that can help us out on those bad boys. Let me see. So I'm gonna start with PLTR real quick. So I'm gonna start with PLT. Oops, god dang it. I'm gonna put R. PLTR. There we go. So let's see. Let me clear all this off. 180. Let's see if we see anything. Let's see. So it looks like it's trying to set up for a possible uptrend. Let me see, because we need to break it at 25. Break that 25 level. We do have room to run to 140. I mean, you do have somewhat of an uptrend building at this time, though, So you do have somewhat of an uptrend still trying to build on. That's PLTR. Slowly trying to build a little uptrend this way. So we definitely want to get back above 120, 125 level. Mainly to 125. Mainly 125. Because you can see right here where you got stuffed at. We go back a little bit. You can see right here where you got stuffed at. You ran up 125. You got that hard pull back down. That was around, looked like almost around 105-ish level. Oh, what was this? What price point was this? Oh, that was what that was that 10. What was this? I see a little bounce up. What price point did I have? 107? Oh, 107. Alright, here we go. So yeah, like around 110, 107. Yeah, but see, this is the area we're gonna need to break out for sure. 125 on PLTR, because you can see where you got stuffed at. You ran up to that 125, got that nice rejection and that pull right back down towards that cracked underneath that 110 down to 107. But yeah, so that's what it looked like. We're gonna definitely have to break above that price point. Definitely have to break above that price point, 125 for sure. Because we're going to have to reverse that play. We're going to have to turn that resistance into support where we can continue our way towards the upside. But it still has an uptrend like setup still. Still has an uptrend setup. You're still holding above all the indicators. So it's still pointing in the right direction. We just got to get that breakout. Because I do see this setup real quick. Yeah, so you still got somewhat of an uptrend setup building up going into the following weeks coming up. So I'm going to keep it on watch for you too, boss. I got you on that. Then let me go to Hims and then I'm going back to Spy and them guys. I'm going back. I apologize. Hims. Do I got 180 short on that one? Nope, do not. Alright, Hims. What we got on this? Rejected at 54.20. Pulling our way back. Okay, so you got overextended, pulling back down to that 9 EMA. So you pulling back down. Where are those true bottoms at on this bad boy? True bottoms. Where did we held up last time? What was those support lines at? Based off of this bad boy. I'm trying to see what level this is. I might have to move this one down a little bit. What price point was that? 45? Oops, let me do that, guys. But yeah, guys, I'm about to be going back to Spy real quick. I apologize. I apologize. Let me see. I know I have 57.50 on one. Let me change this over to a 180 chart real quick. 180 chart. All right, and let me set this down to, because I'm trying to see how powerful that 47.50 is versus that 45 level is. Let me try 45. Might be 45. And no, it's a little bit above it. I'm trying to see exactly where these areas is at. Where was this at? What was the open? 45.82. 45.82. Alright, right here we got stuff there. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense now. Okay, 42. 45. Okay. So yeah. So okay, right here makes sense. So 45.82 is those that's the area where we broke out of. You can kind of see we made a big U-shaped pattern. 45.80. Then we ran our way up towards that 54 level. Then we got rejected. So look like we're in this little range right now, as of now on Hims. So around 54, 55, and 50 level. So yeah, you can see right here we got rejected at, and now we're starting to pull back down. So yeah, I'm gonna do some research over the weekend, boss. I got you on that. I got you over the weekend, boss. Well, I can give you a better, deep and detailed plan on it. Cause I mean, we are creating like a big old U-shaped pattern, like a big U-shaped pattern. I'm trying to look at it from every aspect, the best way I can, from every area to help us on the upside of this bad boy, on what areas need to be broken, so we can transition. Cause you got this one big old U-shape here, trying to create a possible uptrend breakout in the future. Look like it could be creating that somewhat coming up, because you got that first U-shape, and then you're going to have a possible bottom second U-shape that could create a higher low build. Pull back and a bounce this way. Could be set up for something in the future. Possibly. So I got it saved, boss. So I got it saved and I got you on that. Alright, Spy. And my bad. I had got distracted. Alright, guys. So from right now, look like we're possibly putting back down to that 63.50. 63.50. Tesla, you already know. Engineer 305. Back down 300. Because you know $5 increments, Engineer. Back down from 305 to 300. $5 move down. Spy, you cracking right back underneath that 566.56. Pulling back down towards that 563.50. Right back down to those bottoms. Right back down to the bottoms. Remember, Engineer, that 563.50, that was that old area. Remember, if we go back, what was the area we got rejected at? That was Monday's area. Was it Monday or Thursday's area? Thursdays. So right here, That was Thursday's area. That was last week. That was the first. So remember, the first area you hit was that 561.93. Then we broke above it, got rejected at 563.50, right? That was that old resistance. So now take that same green line and go back to where we at now. Green line, green line, green line, green line. Where we at? Where we at? And you see where we at, right? See where we at, right? Look at that price point. So right now we couldn't hold above that area 566.56, pulling our way back down towards those low key areas. Tesla, right now you're in the range of 305, 300. You're in that lower portion of that range. Now the reason why you're pulling back, well, especially on Tesla, because you got overextended, pulling back down to those indicators. So that's why, which does still look like it could still set up for a possible bull flag pattern. As long as you stay above that 300 range, hold 300, we could reverse our way right back up to retest the 305 for a possible push back up to 310. Long as 300 holds. Now if 300 doesn't hold, you'll pull your way back down towards the 295 level. Right now, Money Man, the levels, like I said, that 563.50 level is definitely going to be an area because, again, that was last Thursday's resistance. Now trying to stay on top of it because we bounced on it during after hour yesterday. We reclaimed once we got rejected. Let me go back to it a little bit. So after we got rejected around that 570, we came right back underneath that 568, down to 566.56, down to that 63.50. Then we wound up bouncing from that price point, rotating our way right back up to 566.56, up to 568, and then came right back down. Now, the reason why those areas is going to hold a lot of weight, Money Man, is because if you go back, that 568 held up as almost like a double top, because you got a top here, 1, then you got a top here, 2. Then you got another top here, 3. Almost like a triple top right at that 568, which you all pulling back down. So it does creating a triple top. So that's why you got that strong pullback from 568. Because that was a triple top. Because again, you got one here, you got one here, and you got one here. At the same exact price point. 568 causing that triple top to happen. So that's where that occurred. Plus that downtrend setup that we talked about is still commencing. Because I told you guys, in order for us to continue the uptrend, what price point did we need to stay on? That was going to be that 566.56. Because had we would have held that price point, then instead of being on a downtrend, we would have been on an actual uptrend. And I got the line right here. We don't need it right now because, I mean, we didn't crack it, so there's no point in having it. But I was looking at it from both standpoints. Remember, we was in a stranglehold before this morning. Remember, I told you it could go any which way. Either we was going to go towards an uptrend or a downtrend. Come on, chart, shoot. See right here. We was in a stranglehold between a downtrend and an uptrend based off of what price point? 566.56. As I told y'all, if those buyers were to hold that price point, then we would continue the uptrend back up towards the upside, 568, 570. If we crack that price point, then you remember I told you guys, we'll continue the downtrend on down. That's why I showed you the stranglehold, who was going to take over between the buyers and the sellers. Every single time we kept pushing up, notice we cannot break above that downtrend. You notice that? We'll have an upper shadow, but we can never break above the downtrend for the upside. So therefore, the downtrend one caused the crack on that uptrend, and we fell. So with that being said, we no longer need the uptrend, still focus on the downtrend. So all due to the fact is we couldn't stay above 566.56, reversing our way right back down to the downside. And also, I can show y'all on the 180 chart as well. That's why we needed to stay above those price points. See that? See how we stayed when we were on top of that 565.69 level? We bounced, ran back to the upside. But look right now, we back underneath that old resistance level. In order for us to save this play, even though again, it's still an opportunity for buyers to still step back in. They need to get back above what price point? We need to get above that 565.69 level. Because remember, when we were underneath that level, we came back on down. Then we broke on out. Got a bounce on top of 565.69 level for the bounce. Why is 565.69 so important? Go back this way. What was that strong resistance at? 565.69. That's where that level was at. So based off that 180 chart, we go back a little bit. Let's go back right here. Go back a little bit. See that old strong resistance where those bears came in major aggressive? 565.69. Go right across the board. We got rejected at one point. Then we wound up retesting that area. Then we got that breakout. Now, if the only way buyers can save this play, they have to get back on top of that price point, because we have to reverse that, because we don't want to turn that back into a strong resistance, because that means 565.69 is going to go back to resistance, and we'll get more pullback coming, just like we did here. Underneath what price point? We had an upper shadow, but the body of the candle got stuck at 565.69, and you got that deep flush on down. So in order to avoid that, again, buyers going to need to reclaim that price point, 565.69, turn that old resistance into possible support, where we can reverse the play back up. Other than that, old resistance, as long as you stay underneath it, will remain resistance. So you got to keep that in mind. And then from that price point, you come on down, 562.90. From 562.90 back down to these low key areas. Remember that area. So right now we are not able to hold that 565 level. Coming right back underneath it, getting flushed, same key area, right, all over again. So keep that in mind. And again, in order for those buyers to say their play, you got to get back on top of that price point, where we can reverse that candle to a possible red to green move back up towards the upside. But we definitely need to get back above that 565.69 level, because if not, all you're going to do is start to tank your way right back down to these low areas. 562.90. From 562.90, then you're going to start to move your way right back down. 560 levels, right around with that, right where that 20 EMA is at. And y'all already know that's the bottom portion of that channel between 570 and 559. That's your bottom area. So right now, you see how that, as long as we stay underneath that price point, how aggressive those sellers are getting, because they're trying to keep you underneath that price point. See that? As long as you stay underneath that, they're going to become more aggressive to keep you underneath that price point. So that means more pullback could possibly occur. So I'm going to keep it on watch, guys, see where we go. And there we go. So from that 563.50, what was that old area right here? 561.93. So long as, again, keep it on watch to see can we hold that price point. I'm gonna set my alert. Remember we hit that same level yesterday. Alright, bam. Got my alert. Right here. Why did I choose this level? Again, if we go back to Thursday, what was that old key level? Right here. See right where my alert is at? Once you lose that 563.50, you pull back down to what price point? 561.93. Then from that level, you came down to what area? 565.59. That's why those price points are very important to watch, to understand. Very important to understand. So we'll see, guys. Cause the market, like I said, it's still early. It's Friday. I mean, anything. I mean, we could see a reversal later on. Anything is possible. But as of now, you're pulling back. Right now, you're pulling back. Definitely pulling back at this time. I couldn't get in anywhere. Let me see. I didn't have no good puts on this one like I wanted to. Wait, what was the what was the price points I had? Wait, 5. Oh, I think I had the wrong contract anyway though when I was looking at that damn thing. Oh yeah, I did not have my wrong put contract set up. I would have had the damn wrong contract. Oh, I could have got that one too. I had the wrong one set up. I had the wrong contract set up anyway on my put side. I had the wrong one. I could have nailed that one too. I had the wrong one. Ugh. Man, Insider, what's up, boss? Long time no see, man. Good to have you, boss. Good to have you. Man, good to have you back, boss, man. Good to see you. Hope you and the family having a blessed one, man. Appreciate you, boss, for coming through. So I'm still watching these levels, man. I'm trying to maneuver my contracts each movement. Like I'm trying to maneuver it from the call side, the put side. Man, I had the wrong contract. Man, I would have had a put one, cause I'm working on a new game plan. I'm working on something because yesterday I was sitting down because I was like, okay, I switched my margin account to a cash account, so now I got 2 cash accounts. So I said, let me see what I can do. So now I got 2 cash accounts. Now what I'm trying to do is balance the 2. So I can use one for a put and I can use one for a call. So whenever I'm doing my call on one account, all I got to do is flip it over to my other account and then play off the put. So I'm like, okay, that's how I can. So I had to learn how to. I was yesterday trying to figure out how to, configure that. So that's what I've been trying to practice on. So that's why I haven't jumped in the trades yet, because I was just trying to set my contracts up, even with my calls. Because I've been trying to adjust my calls, with the pullbacks and everything. So I've been just trying to adjust my contracts, staying close to the money as possible. So I've been trying to do that as much as possible. So I've been trying to figure out how to play these bad boys. So all I'm doing now, guys, is watching these setups, seeing on how or where we can go from here. That's all I'm doing, guys. How can I use these to the best of my abilities, play both sides of the fence at the same time, and bank on them? I know it's gonna be a little tricky, and I have to have a lot of focus on it. I'm gonna have to have a lot of focus. To switch from one account to the next, focus on the call, focus on the put. Yeah, I gotta definitely focus. Definitely gotta focus. Man, let me see. Man, I would have had some good ones. Because right now, as we pulling back, all I'm trying to do is adjust my contracts on the call side, and then when we pop back up, I adjust my puts on the, So I try to adjust them the best that I can on both ends of the fence. So that's what I'm trying to do. Because again, after I use one, I'm gonna switch over to the next one. Cause there we go, guys. 56350, 56350. Remember we talked about that level, 56350. Remember we just talked about right. My green line is at. Let's see where we go from here. 56350. What was the bottoms on these damn things? 31. Let me see. Can I get some lows on this? I don't know. Because again, I had to split my money up because I'm trying to utilize both accounts where I can play again put and a call. So I'm playing both at the same time. So I know there's gonna be I have to take a lot of focus. I'm gonna see how I can do this. I'm gonna see how I do this. I'm gonna try my best, guys. I'm gonna try my best by just being focused, being truly focused. Focus. Are you trying to? Like I said, I'm trying to put myself in a position where I can do both. Cause I got 2 cash accounts. So what I did was I split the money up. I put half in the cash, for my calls, and then I put half of my puts. So what I have to do is, if I want to catch both, I have to fully focus. Like I gotta fully be mentally focused on this to figure out how can I play both sides at the same damn time. So, I explain on how, on how I can do this, on what I need to do. I explain it, but because it's gonna be a little tricky, but I have to focus a lot on it. How can I play both sides at the same damn time? Whew. So that's why I gotta focus on this bad boy to see how can I 25. It's gonna be tricky as hell. I know it's gonna be tricky as shiitake. It's gonna be tricky. It's gonna be pretty tricky. I know it is. It's gonna be hella tricky. What was that, 25? So I'm watching this 350 level. Still watching this 350 level. So let me see. It's already starting to pull. Oh shoot, it's already starting now. So I'm watching these bottoms. What we got left on this count? We got 5 minutes. 2 minutes left. So right now we back above that area 563.50 as of now. So we're back above 563.50. So starting to create some failure pullbacks right around that level. Cause like I said, I know it's gonna be tricky. Cause trying to do both at the same time. Like, don't do what I'm doing. I'm trying to see if I can do it. So this is gonna be my experiment. So I'm trying to see if I can play both sides of the fence. So that's why I haven't jumped in yet, because what I'm trying to do is trying to analyze the price points at this moment, trying to, see how can I play the rotations in my head. So I know it's gonna be tricky. I know it's gonna be a little tricky. So I know it's definitely gonna be tricky. So right now I have to use everything to the best of my ability. I'm talking about every chart, time frame. I have to use everything to the best of my abilities to make this work for me, to see if I can do this. But I'm gonna do it. I ain't gonna run away from no challenge. That's why I have to look at the 180. I have to look at the 15. I have to look at every chart, the call side, the put side. I have to look to make sure make everything make sense. To make everything make sense. So it definitely requires a lot of focus on what I'm about to do. Like I said, don't follow me. I'm setting up my own stuff, but don't follow me. Don't follow me. Be your own trader. But yeah, I'm trying to test something out, and I'm gonna try to see if it works. Cause I know it's gonna be tricky on what I'm about to do. That's how I randomly found their hood trade. How you found it, boss? Oh man, Insider, Tesla, man, was a good swinging opportunity, boss. Had I would have seen the setup, yesterday, I didn't realize it was setting up for a big bull flag pattern, and the bottoms that we could have entered in at on Tesla was like 285. Yesterday at 285, right around these areas, boss. 285, and that bad boy went from 285 to 30, boss. I like I said, I wasn't thinking about it. I wasn't thinking about Tesla's setup. I was overthinking, and I was like, man, had I would have been looking at Tesla's setup, oh man, that would have been a good swing trade. Oh, that would have been a great swing trade. Oh, I could kick myself, and it was based off of the 5-year chart, Insider, right here. Let me see if I can bring it up. Let me see if I didn't delete my damn chart. See if I still got my chart. Oh, there we go. So yeah, watch, boss. Look, it was like right there in our faces. And again, I wasn't even thinking about Tesla at the time. I wasn't thinking about it. And I was like, why is Tesla doing what it's doing? I'm like, I didn't hear nothing, like no news or nothing. It was purely based off this pattern, boss. Look at this. Watch this. Let me go to my 5-year chart on Tesla. Bam. Look at this. Right here. Look at that. Bull flag pattern inside. Look at this, boss. Look at that. Bull flag pattern for an easy setup going into today. Look at that. Pull back down towards those 270s. Reclaim it right back above 280. Failure, pull back. Bull flag pattern. Oh my God. How did I not? I don't know. How did I overlook that? Don't even ask. Don't even ask, boss. Don't even ask. How did I overlook that one? I can't even lie to you. How did I bypass that setup? Yeah, I could kick myself for missing that one. That was a beautiful setup too, and I bypassed it. I was like, shit. Yeah, I know, boss. Yeah, you can't see them all. No, you're right. Absolutely right, boss. But had we would have saw that, man, that would have been a beautiful play. Oh man, so what I started to do, I looked at some other charts. I looked at Microsoft, looked like it could still be setting up. I think Nvidia too is still setting up. If you look at your 5-year week chart, Nvidia is still setting up. Microsoft, Apple still falling. I want to say AMD too. I'm gonna keep it on watch. I'm gonna see though. All I'm doing is just watching these setups, guys. All I'm doing is just trying to properly prepare myself, because I know today's Friday. I already know how Fridays work. You know, all I'm trying to do is watch these ranges. I'm trying to watch everything where I can set myself up. Excuse me, Mike, what did you get in at? 305? Oh, that's what I was about to say. MSTR. And thank you for reminding me. That's what I was thinking about. MSTR. That's Engineer. How long have we talked about that one? Oh, Engineer. You the one that brought that to my attention. SMTR. That was another one. And I took focus off of that one too. I can't even lie. But I know you the one that brought that to my attention. I mean, were you watching that one? Because again, I can't watch every trade. I can't watch every stock, but I told you the setups. What it was. Let me go back to was it 180? And look, Engineer, look. I told you. Look the setup. Engineer, look at this. We went over the setups. We went over the price points. Look at that. Because you remember, came down to what? We said we need to stay above 345. Then get that push. Once we got rejected at 400, then you had room to fall back down to around 375. Then you got that U-shape right back above 400. Engineer, you gave this to me. You the one that told me about this, and you ain't catching none of this the setup. Oh man, Engineer, I can't watch every play, Queen. I gave you the price points with the utilize, and look how I played off of it. Once we pulled back from 400, Could have caught some bottoms right there, 375, and then you reverse your right back up. Man, engineer, you the one gave me this play. Come on, man. I can't watch every single trade. I can't watch it's I can't watch them all. I mean, that was a perfect opportunity. Pull back bounce. I mean, you pull back down to those indicators. You could have made money on that one. That was another one. Now you done broke out. So now you got to wait for the next one. So, I mean, we'll see. I didn't call that one out already. So right now we're still above that 360. Still above that 563.50. So we're still above that price point. Still above that price point. So the next set, I'm trying to see how we setting ourselves up from this point. Because we went straight down. We went straight down, but that level is still holding at this time. Because I'm trying to see. I'm definitely just keep my eyes peeled on this to see how this bad boy is trying to set up. Let me see what we're doing, guys. Let me see. Because I'm trying to look at all the contracts all at once. I'm looking at the puts and calls to see which ones are playing out better. So I'm trying to like compare them side by side. What price points was this? What strike price was this? 69? So that bad boy's still setting them down in a downtrend like manner too. I want to see. Cause I'm trying something. I'm trying to do something. I know it's gonna be tricky. I know it's gonna be tricky what I'm about to do. And again, do not follow me. Don't do what I'm doing. Don't you dare do what I'm doing. I don't want nobody following me. It's something I'm about to try to do. It's gonna be a little tricky. I know this. I know it's gonna be a little tricky. Don't follow what I'm doing. Like I said, I'm doing this. I'm just experimenting right quick. I'm just experimenting on something real quick. I'm just trying to see something. But yeah, don't follow what I'm doing. Like I said, guys, be your own trader. Be your own trader. So I'm watching everything. I'm watching puts. I'm watching calls. I'm watching setups. I'm watching everything to everything that I can to help my situation out. So all I'm doing is watching setups, but don't follow what I'm doing. Be your own trader. I'm just trying to test something. Just trying to test something out. So that bad boy look like. I'm trying to wait for this confirmation because like I said, I'm looking at something real quick, and I'm just trying to make sure I'm on the right side of it. I'm just trying to analyze something. So I haven't jumped in yet. Guys. All I'm doing is analyzing a few things. I haven't jumped in yet. How Tesla doing? Tesla still around that 300 level. Look like we could slowly crack it. Keep it on watch. Keep it on watch. Keep it on watch. Because I'm just slowly trying to test something. But like I said, I haven't jumped in nothing yet. I'm just letting you guys know I haven't done anything yet. I'm just trying to wait. I'm looking at everything. Like I said, 15 minutes, 180 chart. I'm looking at my contracts. I'm just trying to put the pieces of the puzzle together. I'm just trying to figure something out. That's all I'm doing. Plus, I'm still trying to work on my speed on how, once I do finish one, how can I bounce to the other one quick? So that's another thing I'm working on too, because I'm using both accounts. And again, I'm going to use one for cash, and not cash. I'm going to use one for calls, and I'm going to use the other one for puts. So I'm trying to figure out how can I kind of set myself up like damn near at the same time. Like how can I set an order for a put if I'm still focusing on a call? How can I focus myself or get in on set myself up for a call and I'm focusing on a put? So right now I'm just trying to balance it out. Real quick. That's all I'm doing. Just trying to read very carefully, understand it, understand the setups, see what we're doing. So that's all I'm doing right now. That's all I'm doing. Just trying to slowly understand both sides of the fence, how I can play damn near both at the same damn time. It's gonna be tough. It's gonna take a lot of focus. So if I can nail both, because that means that I have to use one account here, set it for a call. Then after that one, I have to flip over my account, other account, flip over for a put. You know, something like that to that nature. So that's what I'm doing is taking my time, set myself up properly, not forcing or rushing any damn thing. All I'm doing is watching every setups, everything to my ability. Setting myself up the best way I can. That's it. Setting myself up for great opportunities and being patient. I'm not forcing anything. I'm not rushing anything. That's all I'm doing. Just taking my time, not forcing anything. Because you got to keep in mind, guys, today is Friday. Don't force. No force Friday. Don't force anything. All I'm doing is watching setups. That's all I'm doing at this particular point in time. All I'm doing is watching setups. Not forcing out a damn thing right now. Because again, I have to work on my timing. I mean, that's something I do have to work on is my timing, in which I'm trying to work on that. Because I could have got in on a put. I could have got in on a put up here. I mean, I could have, but I was still trying to set up contracts. So I'm trying to set it up to the right strike prices, so everything to be set. All I got to do is go to them. So that's all I'm doing. Setting up the right strike prices, and that's all I've been doing. Adjusting my contracts, even based off the pullbacks, even on the call side. Adjusting my prices. That's it. Just to make sure I got everything locked and loaded. That's all I'm doing. Just trying to get everything set up. So I can play one and then focus and then hop to the next one. But everybody be safe. Yeah, exactly, inside. Especially Fridays, like I told you guys. I don't want you to give up your game, especially if you made money Monday through Thursday. There's no point of losing all of that based off of one day because you want to trade on a Friday. If you made profits and you locked in, lock it in. If you don't feel the need or you don't need to trade on a Friday, don't do it. Don't force it. If you make good money Monday through Thursday, man, be grateful for what you have. There's no sense of risking your hard-earned money that you worked hard for to lose it all in one damn day. Don't do that. I've been one of those idiots that done that a long time ago. I was one of the ones that busted my ass Monday through Thursday, and boy, I wanted to trade on Friday, and all of a sudden it got wiped out that quick. One damn day took out 4 days of work. Yeah, that's yeah. And like I said, man, don't do that. I mean, yeah, any day, but mainly Fridays, because you know how Fridays, because well, especially with options inside is what I mean, because a lot of contracts expire on Fridays. You know, a lot of those positions close out on Fridays, so you know you definitely get a little bit more volatility because a lot of people, you know, especially a lot of them need to jump out of those contracts before the due date, the end date, because they'll be stuck with it until you know the broker get them out of it. So I done been there, done that. Been there, done that. Been caught in that type of crap. Been there, done that. Boy, especially when you can't get out of them, you just gotta sit there. I know that feeling. And you can't do nothing. You just sitting there like, oh, been there, done that, boy. That ain't a feel good feeling. So all I'm doing, guys, is watching setups, just taking my time, knowing I'm using 2 accounts at this damn near the same time. That's why I'm just being very patient, watching prices. I'm watching everything. I'm analyzing every damn thing to the fullest. Everything. So right now, guys, downtrend is still commencing, but we still have yet to crack that price point of 360. I can't never say the price point. 563.50. We still have yet to crack that price point. Still have yet to crack that price point. Let me see. Did it? Oh, I think I moved it to. So I'm watching to see. Let me do, I know what I'm going to do. I know what I'm going to do. I know what I'm going to use. Go to kind of, you know, reduce my risk a little bit, to kind of be a little safe on it. I know what I'm going to do. What was he bottom? 15? 20. Because there's one particular price point in general I'm looking to see if we can get back above for sure. There's one particular price point for sure I'm looking to see can we get back above that could possibly change the game to this possible play. Right now we're just not above it. Right now we're not yet above it. So that's all I've been doing, sitting here watching that candle. That's all I've been doing, because I know these candles are 1 o'clock candles that close out at 1. So I'm just definitely seeing if we stay underneath it or will we get back above that price point. Because if we get back above it, it could be, it could cause a reversal back up to the upside. So that's all I'm doing, just analyzing it to see what it does and just taking my time right now, guys. Tesla, can you please now call or put? Right now, I mean, as long as 300 level holds, engineer. Because, okay, this is what you want to, okay, I'll put it like this. This is what you want to see. This is what you want to see. Right now, this is your first pullback, your first bottoms after the breakout. You want to start to see higher low bills. You got to first, because, and I'm trying to help you out the best way I can. Because I know sometimes it causes us to get impatient because we don't want to wait that long. But notice your first bottom here. First bottom here. So what you want to start to see is a climb back up. You want to start to see a higher low build to give you that indication that we could start to move our way back up to the upside. Versus on, oh man, if I jump in right here, I don't know if 300 is going to hold. What about if I jump in the call, we fall back down? Then again, we need to start to see the build up, engineer. We need to start to see those build ups back up to the upside. Right now from that 5, so in other words, we want to see 300, 301, 302. We want to start to see ourselves build up. So we want to go from this little downtrend setup back to an uptrend setup. Because I mean, you do have somewhat of a little bull flag pattern setting up right here. I mean, after these engulfing candles, I mean, if you merge those three together, you'll have like one engulfing green candle. So I mean, this can set up a possible bull up flag. Where as long as that 300 level holds, you do have room to push your way back up towards 305. So I mean, you do have room to push back up 305. I mean, you're still holding that range. You're still holding those bottoms as of now. So as long as you can hold that 300 level, watch the build back up. Watch to see those consecutive green candles move back in. Start to see again 300, 301, 302, 303, back up to what price point? Around 305, where you start to U-shape your way back up to the upside. I mean, you do have somewhat of a flag-like pattern setting up. Again, based off of these 3 candles here, engineer. You do have a flag-like pattern. Like I said, as long as that 300 level holds, we want to see those buys start to push their way back up. We want to start to see those candles. Again, look at the prices. 301, 302, 303, 304, back up to 305. We want to start to see a nice red to green move. So that's it. Because I want you to trade. I definitely want you to get in. Yeah. So like I said, you have a again, if you merge those three green candles together, that'll give you somewhat of an engulfing, like big engulfing green candle, followed by a possible flag setup right here. As long as that 300 level holds, where you can get that drop pop situation where once you spike up, you pull back for the next leg up. I mean, it's a possibility where you can do that, where you can retest that 305 for that next move on up to 310. So it's still a possibility, Queen, where you can still reverse the play. It's still a possibility where you can still reverse the play. Still a possibility, Queen. Just watch that 300 level. Start to slowly move your way back up and play closer to your prices. Because you want to get away from 300. From 300, you want to see 301, 302, 303. You want to start to see the build up back up towards those areas where you got rejected at, which is around 305. Excuse me, 305. Because you don't have to be, again, it's not about always trying to, it's not, like you were saying, it's not always trying to be perfect. Just wait on the setups. Let the setups do the work for you. Let the setups do the work for you and knock it out the park from there. Because I want to see you win. I definitely want, especially on a Friday, I know it's tricky and I definitely want to see you win. So right now, I haven't even jumped in my play yet. Like I said, I'm just still waiting on my setups to occur, and I'm still waiting on a certain price point to see can we possibly reverse, on the basically back up to the upside. So I'm just keeping on watch to see where we go. So all I'm doing is watching this because I know right now I kind of got to keep my eyes peeled for possible bear flag pattern. We got an engulfing red candle. So right now, I mean, you could start the arc right around, 565. So all I'm doing is watching this level, 565. To see if we're going to either arc back down or can we break out and start to reverse the play from a downtrend setup back to an uptrend setup. So all I'm doing is letting the market just set itself up. That's all I'm doing, being patient because there's still a lot of time and opportunities. You still got all of this to go. You still got all of this side of that candle to go, just like Tesla. You got all of this to go. This bad boy can go up, go down, make some type of move. But look, all of this room that you still have and all that time you still have. Right now, as we talked about, it does look like a bull flag pattern. As long as you hold that 300 range, start to move your way back up. Pay close attention to your prices. Now you at 301. So from 301, 301.50, 302, 302.50, 303, 303.50 as you move your way back up 305, because that's letting you know you're building a what? Somewhat of an uptrend, because that could be the start of a possible new uptrend going this way, Queen. So yeah, give it some time to let it do what it do. Let it set itself up, but you got this. You got this. Just be patient, mama. You got this. Like I said, I believe in you. You got this. Yeah, let it set itself up. Could be slowly building itself because you still got room where this bad boy can still spike to higher price points. If like I say, if everything goes according to plan and it starts to build an uptrend, because remember, what requires an uptrend, engineer? Pullback bounces, right? Because that creates bad traps. That means that once you start to create some higher lows, all you're going to do is retest 305, 310s, where we could still move up to these higher price points. So just let that bad boy set itself up. Let it set itself up. Like I said, 300 is still holding. It's up, but again, it's your account. It's, you know, it's up to you. What you want to do is, I'm not, you know, like I said, that's why I have my disclaimer. You know, I can't give out that type of information like that. I can't tell people what, you know, what to trade, what to get into. All I can do is tell them the price points, but it's up to you as your account. And I know how you are. I know how you are with your patience. If you wanted to get in for a trade, and I'm not telling you to do it, if you want to get in for a trade, if you wanted to get in 300, hold that 300 level to make sure that, you know, like I said, as long as you hold 300 level, get that move back up. Watch for that move back up to the upside. Move back up to the upside. That's up to you. It's your account. But I'm not telling you to do it if you wanted to. So I'm just letting you know if you wanted to. It's totally your choice. What price point is this? 23 cents? Because all I'm doing is waiting. Again, I'm just waiting on my setup. I haven't jumped in my trade yet. I'm just waiting on something. I'm just waiting on something to take place. And again, I'm just being patient, Queen. I mean, but engineer, even if you miss, okay, say this is to miss the 300, Queen, it's still opportunities to catch up, you know, to get in still. Because even if you miss this, okay, look, okay, I'm gonna show you a trick. Hold on, I'm gonna show you a trick real quick. What else you can do? Hold up, I'm gonna show you a trick real quick. Something else, because I know you want to trade. I know you do. But you got to keep in mind, today is Friday. Please just be careful, because I want you to be safe. I want you to make profits. All right, let's see. Where's the trade? Okay, okay. So, okay. You can play the step-up game. If you want to do that, it's up to you. You can play the step-up game. Now, what is the step-up game? Getting back above all these key levels, right? So, let's look at those candles. Right here, engineer. See how that candle's closed? Turns into that candle support. Okay, if we can reutilize that, you can use that area. See that? Turn that back into support. We get those candles to climb right back around this area here, where we can create another support line. I mean, there's different ways you can do it. Let's see. There's different ways on how you can do this, because right now you got a red to green, so forth. So I'm trying to help you out the best way I can. And another thing, engineer. Look. It's another thing. It's another thing you can do too. Another thing you can do too. You can utilize these candles. So once this candle closes out, see if the next candle is going to utilize that candle's close to push on up, kind of like we did here. See that? That candle closed out. That new candle came in. Use that candle's close for support. Went on up. That candle closed out. That new candle came in. Use that candle's close for support. Went on up. If you want to do it like that, that's another way you can do it. You know, once this new one closes out, see where that close is going to be at and play it out. And you can play it out for that. That's another way you can do it. So it's another little trick to it. So, you know, and basically when you start to build upstairs, because you got, how many minutes on these candles? You got about 7 minutes on this one till this one closes out. Because look, watch. Keep it on watch. Let's see what's going to push up to, engineer. What? Look. Watch this. Let's see if it's going to push back to this old area. Watch this. What was that candle's closed? Let me make a duplicate copy real quick before it, God dang it, where's the duplicate? Oh, right here. All right, cool. What's that candle's closed at? That was 303.20. So 303.20. So let me hurry set this before it even does it. I'll click close to it. So 303.20. We're going to do this real quick. Bam. 3, 2, make it white. And done. Wow. See that? Now you see it? Now you see it a little bit better, engineer? See it? On how to just utilize the green candles to the best of your ability? They you know, help yourself out a little bit better. That's another easy way to kind of help you. So, because we want to get back on top of what? This level here, right? Because we want to build a stairway. We want to close that candle on top of here. Then go from there using that same exact, almost around the same exact price point where we get that squeeze back above that area 305. So that's another way. There's different ways you can, create entries and look at things. It's up to you on how you want to do it. It's up to you, Queen. However you want to do it, Mama. However you want to do it. I'm just still waiting on something. I'm just still waiting on something. Just being patient about it, but still waiting on something. Just being as patient as I can, man. Being patient. Patient. What we got left on these candles? Why y'all in mines? No, I was kidding. I'm just joking. When I'm watching Engineer, I'm watching that remember that price point we talked about where those sellers came in aggressive. I'm still watching that and I'll show you. I'm still watching that 565, 69 level because I want to see can those buyers reverse that play. So that's what I'm watching. So what I'm doing right now, I'm just being patient watching that level. Because remember that candle closed out at 1 o'clock. So what I'm doing is at this moment, all I'm doing is seeing. Let me get up a little bit more. Can we close back above that price point? That's all I've been watching. Because right now, you're still holding a 9 EMA. 9 EMA is still holding. All I want to see is can we get this candle to close back this way where we can turn that old. Because you got to remember, that 565, 69, that's that strong area where we got taken out before. We're right here. So we had that massive pullback. All I'm trying to see is can those buyers now reverse that price point. So instead of being resistant, I'm just trying to see can they get back above it where we can utilize that for possible support to move our way back to the upside, thus possibly creating a squeeze. So all I'm doing, that's all I've been doing is watching this candle here. Watch this candle, see how it's going to close. To see if we're going to get back above that price point where we can possibly flip the candle red to green and utilize that old area, old resistance to possible support where we can continue this way, stay on top of that green, stay on top of that 9 EMA and still push our way back that way. That's all I've been doing, Engineer, I swear. That's all I've been doing. That's all I've been patiently doing. It's just seeing if it's going to set up like, that's all I've been doing is waiting and watching. I'm just being patient. I'm just being patient and waiting on the setup to see if it's going to set itself up the way that I'm planning on it, to set up. So that's all I've been doing, Engineer. That's all I've been doing, Queen. That's it. So I don't get caught in choppiness. I don't get caught in no sideways movements where it's not doing nothing. So that's all I'm doing is being smart and being calculated. That's all I'm doing this time. Because you got to remember, I'm trading on both accounts where I can utilize one for a call and also utilize one for a put. So right now, the only thing I'm watching in this area to see if it's going to set up for a possible H pattern right underneath that 565. So all I want to do now to see from this area, okay, will buyers get back above 565? Or will we get rejected underneath 565, thus creating a arc for it to come back down? And you already know, an H pattern for the move back down. So if it does that, then I'm like, okay, I'm still not going to touch it. So in other words, that's going to keep us in a range from 565 and 563.50. When we'll be ping-ponging back and forth. So that's all I'm doing right now, Engineer. See how we can't get above 365? I already know what tops is. I already know my bottoms is. All I'm doing is letting things take place, set up. That's all I'm doing. I'm not chasing. And again, I'm waiting on a certain price point. I need to get above to secure that. That's all I'm doing. That is all I'm doing right now, Queen. So all I'm doing is I'm going to take a duplicate copy. So I already see the range that we're in. So we're in the range of 65. Right at 65 because that's the mid area that we cannot break yet. So I'm going to put a line here. Bam. See that? We right in this little area because you have yet to crack and you have yet to break. So right now you're in a little bottom range. You're in a little bottom range as of now. So that way I think I ain't jumped the gun. I told you all I'm doing is being smart and being calculated this time. That's all I'm doing, Engineer. So if we don't break, for example, we could see an H pattern back down to 350 if we don't break out. So we possibly could be seeing this. I'm just going to be honest with you. We possibly could see this, right? We can see a back of an H in your lowercase, right underneath 565 for that move back down to what? So you'll go from that 565 range rejection, right, back down to that range right here. Boom, there it is. See that? creates a what? An H pattern. Area that you can't break out and an area that you can't crack, thus keeping you in a range. So all I'm doing is watching. See that? See how we having trouble trying to break above that 565 level? That's creating that arc right here. See? Right here. All I'm doing is watching and just taking my time, letting it set up, because we may be in a range until until the next volume steps in. So that's why I'm just not putting myself in nothing I shouldn't right now. I'm still watching a particular price point to give me that confirmation that, okay, we move it back to the upside. So as of now, this is the setup, guys. We in this range here. 565, 563.50. That's it. We in a little small, in a little mini range right now. Little mini range. See, when you came last time, you came down to 565, 563.50. You ran your way back on up. 565, utilize that to push your way back up to 566, 56 up to 568. Then you came right back on down. And then looked like we could be set up in what? A possible H pattern when you could arc right underneath that price point, which is why I'm not chasing. Now you see why I'm calculated. I don't chase. You see that? Because what about if I would have been jumping in for a call? Oh, man, it's about to break out. It's about to go to the moon. And then it reverses. See that? It's all about being calculated. It's all about, because guys, you got to remember, today is Friday. You got to just take your time and be patient. Again, I don't want you, oh, shoot, my light fell. I don't want to see you guys throwing away your accounts. Throw away your money you made. That was random. Oh, that's probably why my light. All right, got it. I put too much weight on my light. I was wondering what happened. It's like, what the hell? But yeah, guys, watch that 565 level. See how we're getting stuffed underneath it? We have yet to break out. Now notice how when you were on top of it, it acted as support. You bounce, right? Now go this way. Now it's acting as resistance because you're what? You're underneath it. So you see how that one price point can act as support and resistance? See that? Support at one point. Now rejection, now resistance at another point because you're underneath that one particular price point, which is why I said I'm not chasing. So I said I'm going to be patient, let it set up to do what it do. Now again, engineer, if you would have got in on Tesla, like I said, you could have based it off that candle's close here to see how that candle's going to react to it. Is this candle going to utilize this candle's close for support to bounce, or would it get rejected and come back down? See how you can control your entry? So watch. So say if you would have got in on this candle. Watch how that candle reacts off of that close. It's either going to act as support or resistance. Watch this. Watch. It's going to act as support or resistance based off of that close. You're either going to see an additional green candle as you go up, or you're going to see a possible green or red move back down. So watch. See what I mean? See how you can control your entry based off of that candle? See that? Told you. See that, Queen? Told you. Whenever you're trying to figure out how to get in on something, bam, there you go. Long as it holds above that candle, that previous candle's close, push your way back on up. What's going to be the next area? We already know what the next area is. What? 303.20. See that? Based off of that candle's close. You have room to push up to this old area here. So from this area here, you have room to push up to this area right here. So now you see how to see it, engineer? Now you see it? How to carefully understand those prices?
Maybe I want half a go.
Oh man, babe, you got me hungry. Oh. Want to? Well, what today is? Friday, huh? Today Friday? You want to, babe? You down? Hey man, now you got me feeding for it. It's all your fault. Hey, I'm down.
Garcia says, yes.
Alright, cool. I'm down. Let's do this. Let's do it. Today, tomorrow, when? Well, tomorrow we should be doing hibachi. Now, see engineer? If you would have got in based off that candle's close right here, what was that candle's close? 303.95. Could have got in around, 301.95. Could have got in around what area? 301.95, right? Based off of that candle's close, pushing your way up to what? See that? But you see how you control that entry? Bam. Look at that. You could have got an entry right here. Bam, bam, bam. Up to this level here. But you see how I could control that? Bam. There you go. Easy, Queen. Just slowly read them. Take your time to read them. Instead of guessing your way, and getting confused. Watch those candles. Remember I told you. Watch on how that candle was going to react out that candle's close. Bam, bam. Use that candle close for support. Push this way up to what? 303.20. Why did it get rejected at 503.20? Because that's that old candle's area. That's that old candle here. That can be utilized for support or resistance. As long as you're underneath it, resistance. Which is why you ran up, got rejected, came right back on down. Why? Look right here. Broke above that price point when you was on top. Bounce. Now that you're underneath it, rejection. Bam. Easy. Easy, easy, easy. And right here, SPY. What I told y'all, 565. Could start the arc right here, which is why I didn't jump in on that bad boy. So I told you, until I get that confirmation, I ain't touching it. So, just saying. If I don't see the setup, I don't touch it. Until further notice. Just letting you guys know. So, until further notice. Once it does take place, I will let you guys know when I do it. Right now, no. So, not doing it. Now, okay, engineer, from this point, let's see. Because, again, it depends on how we close out. Either, I'm not going to tell you the possible situations. Either that candle can break past that old candle's close, and we close back this way, or we could get a hard rejection and fall back underneath that candle's close back that way. So, let's see what happens. Let's see what we get. We got about 15, this is a 15 minutes count. I was about to say 5 minutes. We got 10 minutes. I was about to say 5 minutes. We got 10 minutes. My fault. We got 5 minutes left. 10 minutes. Now you see why I wasn't chasing on the call side up here? Now you see why what I told y'all this damn thing can make? That's why I didn't chase it. That's why I didn't chase those tops. Gotta be smart, gotta be calculated. And what did I tell you, engineer? What did I tell you? If you didn't get that breakout here, we could come right back down to that candle's close, where we could reverse to see a green or red move. Did I not? Bam. But I told you. But you see how I called that out? How I called that candle's movement out? Like that? I called it out that quick. Based off of what? The past. I told you, if we didn't break out above that candle's close, we was going to fall back down to this candle close, where we could reverse green to red, and look what we did. Did I lie? Bam. Green to red. Look at that. Right across the board. There you go. Easy to call these bad boys. It's easy to call this crap. It's so easy to call this now. It's just easy to call this. And it's all about just taking your time. Taking time and understanding the way the market moves, the stock move. SPY, still no go yet. Still nothing on my end. I still haven't touched it. Still nothing on my end, y'all. Still nothing. Shit, we ain't gonna be cutting the grass for my grandmother today. Shit, not with that rain. Ain't gonna be cutting it today. Got to put a rain check on that one. I was gonna do it, but that rain came through. I was like, nope. But engineer, also, look what happened, Queen. But you notice how I called that? You know how high that this candle could go up to? And how, and where we could come and fall back down to. And again, I'm not even trading it. How was I able to call that? All I did was base it off those candles, engineer. That's all I did, Queen. And again, that's all you have to do is just take your time, understand these setups, and again, use the past, even right here. All I did, how did I figure that candle, this candle alone, was going to run up to that 303.20? All I did was take this old area here, right here, engineer. All I did was just watch this area, because this area was used for support and resistance, right? Because once you broke above that price point, which is around 303.20, that candle utilized that to go up, right? All you did was go across the board to resistance. Now, because you're on the back underneath that price point. Once you ran on up, you got that bounce off of that candle's close, ran up to what price point? 303.20, fell right back down. But you see how I called that out? See how I called that out, though? And then what I told y'all for SPY, H pattern, bam. See, once you get so used to these patterns and these setups and these prices, you can just call them like right off the bat. Like I told y'all, what this damn thing could possibly do? Bam, bam, bam. Told y'all. Bam, bam. That's why I don't chase. I wait on setups to do what it do. I don't chase it. Take your time. But that's all it takes, guys. Just take your time to understand the way these things move. We know that Tesla 9 times out of 10 like to move by $5 increments. We know that. SPY, like I said, again, this is just based off of old chart, old price points. That's really all it is. 565 is a half dollar mark, of course. That 360, that 563.50, that was an old area that was Thursday's rejection or Thursday's resistance. That's where I got that from. And all I did, and I told you I was going to possibly be in a range, didn't I not? 350 up to 365. Tops, rejection, bottoms, we're in a range. We're in a range. We're in a range. And the reason, and another reason why I still don't understand 323. Wait, what? Which price point, Queen? No, it was 303.20. 303.20. Engineer. 303.20, not 320. 303.20. Yeah, like I said, I'm here to help you with whatever you need. I'm here to help you with whatever you guys need help with. You know, to help you better understand things. And right now, so far, what do you got on Tesla at this moment? So let's take that setup. Bam, 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 and you right there. There you go. Downtrend. There you go. 0.1, 0.2, rejection, back down. I bought at 101.20. 101.20? Wait, why? Wait, you 101.20? What was 101.20? Why did you get in at 101.20? What I'm saying, what was that based off of? And these, but you see how quickly y'all see how quickly I came up with a pattern on Tesla? Bam, bam, downtrend. Like I just easily spotted, I came up with a pattern that quick. Done, downtrend. No, engineer, no. Wait, you talking about the bottoms? No, that I told you this candle here. Look, engineer, look. Wait, no. I said on how high we could go. I said that candle was gonna react off that candle's close. Did I not? Right before we started to pull back, we bounced off of that candle's close and ran up to 303.20. I said 303.20 was gonna be resistance. Why? Because that was based off of this setup. Because you ran up, you got stuffed at 303.20 off that candle, which we closed. This new candle came in, we pulled back down, but then reclaimed what price point? 303.20. Then you ran back up. I said, let's take this same particular price, go across the board, right? Because you fell back underneath that price point. I said, once that candle opened up, let's see, can we utilize that candle's close to push? I said, once we push, 9 times out of 10, which price point are we going to see? I said 9 times out of 10, we're going to see 303.20. Exactly what I said. 303.20. We hit that and came back down because now it's resistance because you're no longer on top of it. I literally broke that. And I can go back. Engineer, I can literally go to my live and bring it back and show you I'm not lying. I can literally go back on my live right now and show that I broke that down. This candle, before that candle turned red, that I broke that down when it was green. I'll go to it right now and do it. You know I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, but I said wait for the moves, Queen. I said wait for... Engineer, I said wait for the build up. I told you you don't have to. I said wait for the build up first. You didn't get a setup first. What did I say? I said what requires an uptrend? Pull back bounces, pull back bounces, pull back bounces. I said wait for the build up when we start to see green candles. When we start to see 301, 302, 303 and so forth. How far did we go up to? 303. Ran up to 303, but we got rejected where? Based off of that candle here. And came back down. No, engineer, you gotta have patience. Engineer, have patience, Queen. Don't get frustrated. Think about it. I'm not trading right now. I'm not jumping in anything. And I'm just saying, when did you hear me jump into a trade? I'm not jumping into nothing. I'm not forcing anything. I'm still waiting on setups because what time it is right now? 11 o'clock? We still got the rest of the market to go. I know in my mind that we still got contracts to expire. You know, so all I'm doing is waiting for a particular price point where I want to see a possible reversal. You know, if it happens, it happens. It don't. But engineer, don't try. But you trade anyway. Most of the I trade small positions, but you gotta understand, I make little smaller profits here and there. You know, but I don't try to. Yeah, I don't trade all the time because sometimes I don't see an opportunity, but I'm not going to force one. Y'all keep but think about it. Okay, what you just said. You forcing one and you losing on it. You talk about me, yeah, I'm not trading, but you're forcing one. I'm not forcing trades. And when I do get a trade, I'm in and I'm out. I'm not holding and hoping and wishing to go up to the damn moon. I know the price point that it's going to go to. I get in, I get out. I show you where I get in and get out. I show the arrows. I said I got in this price point. I got out at that price point. I show my trades, but I don't trade every day, nor do I force a trade. But you see what's happening by forcing the trade, right? Look what's happening. You're getting aggravated. You're getting impatient. You're forcing trades. Today is a Friday. The volume is going to be off. You know this. The last trading day of the week, majority of people done with trading. Majority of people made money Monday through Thursday and left. It's going to be some weak volume. The market is going to fluctuate. It's a Friday. Nobody's going to risk it all on a one day on a Friday. If anything, they're going to swing trade on Thursday into a Friday, which is what those Tesla traders did. And on Thursday, got in at 285 and got out on Friday. They done. They're going to enjoy the weekend. You know, all I'm doing is waiting on setups. Because sometimes it can be pretty choppy. I don't force anything until it gets to a certain price point. Sometimes that's why I don't trade every day. If it's not hitting a certain price point that I know that can make an impact in the market, I'm not chasing it. And you got to think about it. I don't have to keep forcing trades to do anything. So you getting aggravated at me, but you don't want, and I'm not being funny. You don't want to lose and get mad. I'm not forcing anything. I do trade. If I make a trade, I lock it out. And I'm good. I don't have to trade every day to make money. That's what you have to understand. I'm in and out. You looking at multiple things. I'm looking at one thing. I call out certain price points and I trade it. And why? Sometimes, then don't get me wrong. Why sometimes I don't trade? Because I get focused on you guys. Because everybody asks me for a ticker, right? I'm not just focusing on when I want to trade, what happens normally at the times, engineer? Somebody hit me up. Can you look at this stock? Can you look at that stock? Can you look at this stock? Can you look at that stock? You got to understand, it's easy for y'all to trade because y'all not live streaming. Y'all don't have to answer to nobody. Y'all in your own place, in your own personal world, can make whatever trade you want. I'm having to do a live stream, having to attend to multiple people that may need help from all aspects. I might have to have somebody on Twitch. I might have somebody on Tradecaster. I might have somebody on YouTube. You have to understand that I have to help multiple people. If I was in a trade by myself, I didn't have to worry about people. Yeah, I'll be nailing it. I'll be nailing it, engineer. But you have to understand, I help multiple people. And I don't mind doing that because I want to see people win. Because look what happened with you. I'm trying to help you out the best way I can. What did I tell you to look out for, engineer? Didn't I not say, wait for confirmation? Didn't I not say, wait, if we're going to move back up to the upside, wait for the buildup, pullback bounce? We just talked about the uptrend. What requires the uptrend? Pullback bounces, pullback bounces, pullback bounces. All I said was, look at this candle. Let's see how this candle is going to react. All I said was, okay, this candle, the red candle here, could react off of this candle's close, where we could push up to what price point? Right where my line is at, right? 303.20. And what happened? 303.20, and we came right back down. You don't have to force a trade every single time, engineer. That's what causes you to get frustrated. The reason why I don't trade half the time, and again, I don't make a lot of trades, I understand the setups. I respect the setups because it's hard trying to bounce from one thing to the next. You know, you got to set your contract for a put. You got to set your contract for a call. You're all over the place. Why do that to myself and stress myself out? I don't need that. I want to wait for one particular move where I can make one move good on the upside, hit a certain price point, then I can get it back down toward the downside where I have a little bit more relief. But trying to hop back and forth with no game plan, all I'm doing is hurting myself in the process. Because I'm trying to jump from a call. I'm trying to jump on put. But did I understand the prices? Why am I doing this? Why am I hopping from this and that? I'm stressing myself out. Man, I'm trying to not try to grab a put contract. Now we're spiking back up because I wanted to go back down. I'm putting too much on myself. I'm hurting myself. I don't have to trade every day to make money. And again, I'm a live streamer. I have a lot of things to tend to. I got can't just focus on the trade. I got to tend to you guys. I got to reach out to people because you got to understand, I got 3 platforms: Twitch, YouTube, Tradecaster. Then I got to make sure the OBS is working, that the stream is running fine. I got a lot of things on my plate on top of me trying to trade. There's a lot of things on my plate. So if I would just trade by myself, I would do fine. But I got to tend to other people. You know, I got to build an audience. This again, If I want to create something, I gotta attend to the audience because I want them to feel important. I want them to feel a part of the stream. I want to help every which way that I can because these people are looking at me for answers, and I have to do the best that I can to provide it. So what do I do? Because think about it, engineer, you was here this morning, right? What was I doing this morning? I hopped on PLTR, right, to help a trade out. I hopped in. What was the other one he asked? Hymns. I hopped in hymns to help a trade out. So it's not just me focusing on me. I help everybody else who asks me a question, and I don't want to be an a-hole and ignore them because I feel bad. So I try to help out the best that I can. So when I'm doing that, it causes me to lose focus on the trade I could take. But I'm trying to help somebody. But you guys don't have to deal with that. You don't have to deal with that. You just make your trade, get in and out, and do whatever you want to do. I'm live. People are watching me. Everything is on me. So you got to understand my situation. Why I don't trade all the time. I have a lot of weight on me sometimes. And I love that people ask me because they trust me. They have faith in me. If they didn't trust me, they wouldn't ask me anything. So by them asking me a question, that lets me know that these traders have faith in me in some type of way because they're asking me a question. But it's a lot on my plate. And again, engineer, I'm always going to have your back. I mean, I know we go through ups and downs, man, but I'm always going to have your back. But you also got to understand, you got to have patience, Queen. And again, I'll put myself in position. Look at that other trade that I tried to take. Remember where I messed up at when I lost $30 because I was impatient? Where I could have got in on the right side of momentum? Right where it was at? Right here? Where I messed up at, I got impatient. I got in on this candle instead of this candle. I took an L. I knew, again, I had a game plan, but the wrong candle. And that caused what? Me being impatient to cost that. I don't want you to cost your account by being impatient. And what I've been doing this whole time? Sitting here what? Watching setups. All I've been doing this whole time, watching to see, okay, we're going to get above a certain price point where we can slowly start to see a reversal. Ain't that all I've been doing? I ain't been trading. All I'm waiting to see, okay, when this buyer's going to step back in. Where we're going to start to reverse the play back up to the upside. Where we're going to start to see a red to green move. All I was waiting for those sellers to step out so buyers can step in. That's all I've been doing. Waiting on setups. That's it. I'm waiting on the volatility to change from sellers to buyers. Where I have more of an opportunity on the buying side where we have room to run up to the upside. That's it. All I'm waiting on is volatility to change up where I have a possible opportunity. Because again, Fridays, I know a lot of contracts going to expire. I know it's going to be a lot of puts that's going to expire. A lot of time decay. So what I'm doing is, okay, all I'm saying is, okay, buyers are stalling those puts out because you're getting pullback failure, pullback failure, pullback failure, pullback failure, pullback failure. Those sellers still have yet to crack that 365.50. So that's stalling them out of their contract. Time is still going on. Time does not pause. Time decay is kicking in. You're losing value on your contracts. That's all I've been doing is waiting on because I know in due time that's going to be coming. All I'm doing is being patient. All I'm doing right now is just watching the setup, understanding the prices, what needs to take place, whatever it needs to break out, in order for us to, move back to the upside. That's all I've been doing is analyzing all this stuff. All I'm doing is watching. I'm watching setups, being patient. You just gotta, like I said, engineer, you a great trader, but you gotta not let your emotions get the better of your trading thought process. Because you are a smart trader and you are great. But again, you just gotta stop letting that get the better of you. And you cannot go for trade after trade. Because when you're doing that, you're not focusing on the true setup. Think about it. If you in on a call, you already have a mindset where your where your entry is gonna be at and where your exit is gonna be at. Now, as you're trying to hurry and run to a put, now you're not really focusing on, okay, the setup's the other way. Some people can't do that. Because you got to think about it. Now you got to change our contracts. Everything is different. Now it's going to do the opposite of what the calls are doing. Now, now you have to set yourself up in a better manner. It's not easy hopping, back and forth like that. Especially if you ain't got the right contracts. You got to get all the contracts set up now to a put. And everything else, why the market is moving the direction, and now you're chasing it. So what do? I have them set up ahead of time. So what I do is, I'm just telling you what I do sometimes. All I'm doing is watching the ranges, the prices. 563. 566, 568. Okay, now I'm just adjusting my contracts around the areas that we're in right now. That's it. Try to move it up as close to the money as possible. As those contracts get cheaper and cheaper and cheaper, we have a good opportunity. Because think about it. And I think TT Life and JYD, I think y'all can agree with that. the best times, especially on the call, is when the prices on those contracts start to adjust, because it gets you more closer to the money. The prices starts to be more affordable instead of being way this way. It moves that contract like for instance, this is in the money. It starts to, like, when everything is pulling back, it starts to move that price like this way towards closer to the end of the money. Everything gets cheaper. Now, when that reversal happens, you don't have to wait for that bad boy to hit that strike price. Now everything has adjusted, and once you break out that certain key level, instead of being all the way down here, now you're all the way here. And once that reversal happens and that bad boy blasts, it already hit your strike price. Now you're just making the extra money all the way back up. That's it. And all I do is adjust my contracts. That's it. Off of those movements. That's it. I try to get as close to these price points as possible. That's it. I just wait on the setup to see where we go from here. All I do is just take my time and be patient. That's all I do. Wait on setup to take place. That's it. But I got you, engineer. Like I said, I always got your back, man. So, I mean, don't be discouraged. Like I said, it's all about patience, and we human. We all go through it, man. It's not just, even if it's trading, even if it's being in traffic, a stoplight, stop sign, your kids. I mean, we all deal with some type of impatient situation. That's just, I mean, it's just life, you know? We all go through it. So, I mean, don't kick yourself. I mean, we all go through it. I learned from my mistakes by being impatient. I took losses. I was ignorant. I mean, I did dumb stuff. And again, that's just showing you that I'm human too. I make mistakes too. Nothing is perfect. We all make mistakes, Queen. All make mistakes. So I'll put out the links in case y'all ever need it. So I do have the one-on-ones, and then I'm gonna put out the donation thing too as well. So while we're just killing time right now. And in this noise as well. I mean, like you said, it's quality over quantity, and it could be further from the truth. That's the truth. All I'm doing is just saying, okay, where we go from here. Right now, I know we got an H pattern, like a little arc that we talked about. We arcing right now. We still having an arc because we have yet to break above that 565 level. All I'm trying to do is see, okay, where will those areas be where those puts are going to stop and those buys are going to start. That's all I'm looking out for. I'm just patiently waiting on the setup because I don't want to get caught in choppiness when it's just doing this, doing back and forth, then you're not really making nothing. Making it what, a few little cents up and down. So right now, as of now, guys, we're just in a range. Like I said, we're in a range as of now. That's it. Battle back and forth. So I'm just waiting on that volume to come in. Once that volume step in, we'll see where we go from here. You know, whether we we continue on down. You know, whether we continue to downtrend this way. If we do, then again, if we could crack that 536, I mean that 563.50, we can still play a downtrend back down toward the downside. Cause we still got other price points that we still can come down to. Now the only reason why I haven't made a move yet, and I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you guys why I haven't made a move yet, and I still been waiting. Cause this is what I've been waiting on. I'm gonna just tell you to go out to the truth. Cause I never hide nothing from you, engineer, the rest of you guys. This is why I haven't done nothing. I'm gonna show you what I was looking at. All I've been doing, because I see that 9MA is still trying to hold. That's all I've been doing, patiently doing. 9MA, we're still above the 9MA, still trying to stay afloat. All we got to do, I want to see can buyers get back above that price point of 565.69 to try to reverse that play back up. That's all I'm watching. That's all I'm looking for. That's all I'm looking at. That's all. So I'm just keeping that on watch. So we start to crack this way. We have room to fall back down towards... Back down pretty much towards that, almost that 52, especially if we get that hard pullback. I mean, you got room to come back down from that 565 level, back down this way where you can come down toward that 20 EMA. It's going to be around that 559 level. From that 20 EMA back down to these bottoms here, which is going to be around 552. That's why I haven't jumped the gun yet, because it's just still, I'm just still seeing what's happening. Because the 9 EMA was still holding above that price point. So we're still holding above that price point. I mean, we're holding above that indicator. We haven't yet cracked it yet. So that candle so far, remember these candles closed out at 1 o'clock. So that candle has yet to crack underneath that. So right now it's still holding on top. Anything is prone to happen. Where as long as you hold that 9 MA, buyers could possibly come in, come back in, push the body of that candle right back on top of this bad boy and reverse that play. Anything is possible. All I'm doing is watching confirmation to see where we go. That's all I'm doing. I'm just watching confirmation to see where we go. Because right now, I mean, again, This level we got rejected at, and we still holding above this level here. So it hasn't made a major move yet. All I'm doing is watching to see where we go from here. That's it. See what I mean? See how we getting pullback failures? You see lower shadows, lower shadows, lower shadow, lower shadows still. Like, they're holding a certain specific area for a reason. Especially buyers. Because we haven't dropped yet. We haven't got that major pullback yet. Because they're trying to stall off. And that's why I'm watching. Because normally on Fridays, again, you have a lot of contracts that expire on Fridays. Especially a lot of puts. And again, when they don't get that pullback that they want, what happens? Time decay kicks in. That contract becomes less valuable. That means that once those puts leave, those buyers come right back on in. So all I'm watching to see if that's what they're doing is stalling those puts out as time is moving forward. Because right now it's what, 11:44. All I want to start to see if those buyers start to slowly creep their way back in. Because it look like they're trying to. I just want to see that volume start to roll back in, even with Tesla. Look at that. All about being patient, engineer. Look at that. See that? Patience. Let it be paid. Look. Pullback failure. Pullback failure. Trying to climb their way right back on top of what price point? 300. Just keep that on watch. It's all about patience, engineer. Just let everything take place. See where we go from here. 9MA is still trying to hold. So just keep it on watch to see where we go. You have a long upper shadow here. You got this level here. That's going to be around, what is this, 298 level? Almost around 298-ish. So I'm just keeping on watch to see. Because if it is a bullish opportunity, I want to definitely go for it. I mean, if we can reverse, I definitely want to go for it. But right now, it's just nothing presenting just yet. I'm just being patient. Right now, it looks like it's slowly trying to climb. I mean, y'all can clearly see that it's trying to create some type of uptrend. You can clearly see what they're trying to do. So that's why I'm being patient. See that? Slowly trying to create an uptrend. See that? Slowly trying to. And all I'm doing is being patient and letting it take place. I'm not forcing out a damn thing. I'm going to let the market come to me because I refuse to chase it. That's all I'm saying. I'm just letting it set up and do what it do. Being as patient as I can. Let that bad boy just set up. It's all about patience, guys. All about patience. All I'm doing is waiting for those buys to slowly start to step in. That's all I'm doing. If we can get it, cool. If not, I can still do a put. I just want to see what we get first and foremost. Because I don't want to be caught in a sideways movement and we're not doing anything. I mean, what about if I'm going in for a put and we spike? Or what about if I'm going in for a call thinking we're going to spike and we come back down? But you see how undecided this area is when you don't know what it really wants to truly do? Until it does it. We don't know if you're going to break out. We don't know if you're going to get rejected and come back down. It's in the air. You don't know yet. I mean, we know that we're underneath 565, but look at the candles starting to shift a little bit. You start to get a little bit more green candles than you're getting red candles right now going this way. So you're getting green candle, one red candle, green candle, green candle. So it looks like it's starting to pick up a little bit of bullish steam, a little bit. Because you're starting to transition on those candles, just slightly. Like I said, not a lot, but a little bit. And all I'm doing is waiting on that volatility to kick in. I want to start to see if those buyers are going to try to reverse the play. I'm just doing this, being patient and waiting on my setup because I know the space and opportunities, where we can go. That's all I'm doing, guys. Just waiting on these buyers to see can those buyers give us that push or try to go for the break. I don't want to guess my way through it because I know we can break it back above 565, utilize that for support. Then the next thing you know, we're going to run up to what price point from that level? 566.56 and see what it's doing. All about patience. See that? See what it's slowly doing? All I'm doing is being patient, waiting on the wait for the setup to present themselves. I'm not forcing anything. Because I know sometimes Friday can be a pain in the you-know-what. I already know. All I'm doing is being patient, and then on top of that, all I'm doing is trying to put my stuff together as far as my charts. That's all I'm doing from that price point, from that. So once I start to understand the levels on it, then I know how to utilize that as well. So I'm still watching for, again, guys, all I'm still watching is one particular price point. I'm still watching one particular price point. It's just one particular one that can change the course of the movement. That's all I'm waiting for. And I mean, like I said, we still got an hour on this candle. You know, well, 112 o'clock hit it. This closed at 1. Just to see. You know, if it don't work out, okay. Then I can still aim for a put side later on. But my game plan was long side. You know, if it work out, it work out. If it don't, it don't. I just want to see if buyers can step back in and push. So right now, you're still arcing underneath that 65 level, guys. See right here? You're still arcing. Still failure breakout, breakout, breakout. See how one area is fell in the pullback, and you see one area is fell in the breakout? You see that? How you having trouble on one end and trouble on the other end? Bears are having failure to pull back underneath this price point. Buyers are having trouble to break above that price point. All you see is upper shadow, lower shadow, upper shadow, lower shadow. But the only thing that I see so far is a slow transition of candles. I see a little bit more bullish candles versus bearish candles, but it's not strong candles just yet. Oh, as soon as I open my mouth, every time I open my mouth, I swear, the minute I open my mouth, I say it does it. I swear, the minute I say something, the market just hits me and just you know, that's crazy. It's like it hear what I say. It's insane. The minute I say it, it just. I swear like it hears me. It hears me talking, I swear, dude. Because the minute I said it wasn't doing nothing, I said it was just going sideways, no volatility. I said we could be setting up a squeeze, and I see more bullish candles. Next thing you know, bow. Wow. Can't make this up, boss. I can't, TT like, also I can't make this up. The minute I said that, bow, back up. Oh, that's crazy. That's crazy work. That's crazy work. That's crazy. That is crazy. It's like you literally heard what the hell I said. When we're talking about that 556, 565, and that uptrend in those candles, setting up, I swear it literally heard me. I swear it hurt me. That's crazy. That's insane. That is insane. I cannot make this up, guys. I cannot make this up. I can't make this up. And look, now the value steps in after I talked about it. Now we get back above 565 after I talked about it. I knew something was up because you remember I talking about it looked like the buyers may stall those puts out of their contracts going sideways. Can't make this up. I told you. I told y'all. I tried to tell you. I tried to tell you. Fridays, expiration dates, possible squeezes. I mean, what else y'all want from me? I tried to tell y'all that. I told you the possibility, you had to wait for it. That's where your patience comes in at. Do I not talk about patience? Just saying. I talk about it. That's why I tell y'all. Cause look at Tesla still trying to go back above 300. All about. Let's see, can we get that break back above? If we get back above that 300, then you'll be right back in that range. Right now, look at SPY. Look at that bullish. Look at that bullish push. Ooh, yeah, they heard me. Yeah, they heard me. It was like, oh yeah. Oh yeah, we're gonna squeeze the shit out of this. And that's exactly what they did. Cause didn't I not put that trend line up? Did I not say the candles were transitioning? When I started to see a little bit TT like Aussie, engineer, y'all my witness. Did I not say that? I said I slowly see the candle transitioning. I see an uptrend. I said if we can get above that 565 level, I can't make this up. I cannot make this shit up. I can't make it up. I can't make it up. I mean, I said it. What they could be setting up for. Possible squeeze. Stalling those puts out of that contract to squeeze back up toward the upside. I mean, I said it. What else you want from me? What you want? Shit. What else do you want from me? Should I switch me? What tomorrow is? I mean, not tomorrow. That might be a little bit too more expensive though. I might keep the contracts I got for today. What was the bottoms on these? 20? Still not bad. Contracts to move a little bit. What was that? 69? And I mean, the minute I said that, guys, look at this. The minute I talked about that squeeze, the volatility, the possible uptrend, the candles transitioning, 565. Hey, bad boy say bloop. Yeah, that bad boy hurt me. So let me see, can we stay above that price point? Now, if we can stay above that price point, that's gonna be good for the buyers. But let's see, can we hold above it? Even though we're squeezing, let's see, can we hold it? I want to see, can we continue? I want to see, can we stay above it? That's where your patience come in there, baby. Gotta be patient. Gotta be patient. So right now, let's see, can those buys stay above that 565 level? 565 level. So right now, we're getting a little pullback. So all I'm doing is watching, see where we go. So we got a little bit of volume stepping in. A little bit of volume. So we got that push above that 565 range. We got about 5 minutes till this candle close out. Let's see, can we stay above that 565 price point? Because that's your half dollar mark. Let's see, can we hold that key level? Because that means that look like those buys are trying to create a higher low build. So from these bottoms around that, we came down as low as 563.50, reclaimed that, then got right back above 565. And look like we're trying to slowly create an uptrend. So let's see, can we start to create these high low builds? So look like buys are slowly trying to step back in now. Slowly. Look like they're slowly trying to step their way back in. So we got about 5 minutes. I want to see, can this candle stay on top of 565. Because if we can stay on top of 565, that'll put us back in that range of 565 bottoms and at 566.56 tops. Remember, that's the area that we need to break out. So from that price point, you have room to possibly push your way back up to that 568. So we start to reverse the play back up to the upside. So let's see, can we stay on top of that real quick. I mean, again, like I said, Fridays, man, just got to be patient and just let it set up. Let it set itself up. Just got to let it set itself up. Let it do its thing. So let's see. So I'm watching mine as well. Watching mine. Let me see. What was that price for? 30? On top of 30. Okay, we're underneath it. So I'm watching my charts too, guys. So I'm definitely watching my charts as well. Trying to watch all the candles. Trying to watch all the setups to see, for good opportunities where I can just hold it in case we do possibly move our way back up to the upside. Well, I can just hold it for a little minute. So right now, we're still not above that main. I still need to get above that price point by 1 o'clock though. Still need to get above that price point by 1 o'clock. Because I mean, y'all can see it right here clearly. Look right here. See how the body of that candle trying to get right back on top of that old floor? See, all I've been doing is sitting here waiting on this confirmation. Right now, you got the bounce from the 9MA. Slowly trying to get that body on top of that price point where we can possibly see a red to green move back that way. So it looked like it's slowly getting there. And I told you, it's about patience. All about patience. All about patience. Just let the market do what it do. Again, it don't care about your feelings nor my feelings. That's why we have to just respect what it does. We have to respect the movement. All I've been doing is waiting on one area to see, can we hold above it to move our way back up for that continuation push towards the upside. Because if we can confirm that, because once that candle closes out at 1 o'clock and that new candle comes in, that you're holding the floor. So that's why I'm watching to see, can we stay on top of that price point as that candle closes out at 1 and that new one comes in where we can see a transition. So that's what I'm anticipating. And that's why I've just been waiting on that price point, for us to cross that above that level. Because I mean, I want to trust it. I have trust in it and faith in that price point to see, can we possibly get that reversal. So right now, where we at? 565. What's that price point? Right, 565, 69-ish level. 569. So where we at right now? 565.50-ish, almost to it. We got about 2 minutes, guys. 2 minutes. So right now, as far as the 15-minute time frame, you're above that 565. That's good. And you're above the 90 That's good. So you're closing above those price points. If that bad boy is squeezing quickly on top of the 20, you won't have 2 indicators. So right now, we got 1. We got the 90 so far. So we got the 9MA. We're above 1 indicator so far. Above 1. That's good. We got about 2 minutes till we close out. 2 minutes, guys. 2 minutes. So far as the build up, like I said, we done got right back above 1 indicator. We just got to get above these bad boys. Got to get above that 20 and above that 50 where we can use those indicators to the best of our abilities. Where we can start to use that to push back up towards the upside. Especially if you cross back above that 50 SMA. You already know also we talked about this on how that 50 SMA can act as support and can also act as resistance. So that's why we're going to need to break above. And boy, the minute I open my mouth, it gets more aggressive. I swear it do. Like the minute I say something, it's like it push. Like the minute I talk, it get more aggressive. And look. See? The minute I talk, it get more aggressive. On the bullish side. 30 seconds and we're above that. Let me see, what indicator would that put us above? Again, we're already above the 9. That'll help us get us above the 20. That'll help us a great deal getting above the 20, within that 20-second time frame. So right now, we're testing the 20 EMA right now. So we need to close above what price point if we can get it.
AFC says
50.
See ya guys on Catholicism and Orthodoxy.
Man, appreciate you, boss, man. You have a good one, man, and we'll see you. Look, right before it closed. Above the 20 EMA. Bam, gapped up. Bam. Didn't see. So it's going in the right direction so far. So right now, you're above the 9, you're above the 20. It's setting up. I told y'all. Roman, what I told you, boss, uptrend. Setting this, trying to climb his way back up towards that 556. I knew it. Patience, man. Patience. I told you, let everything set itself up. Look. All I've been doing the whole time is letting that bad boy, letting the body of that candle get right back on top of this area here. And by 1 o'clock to see can we do a successful red to green for that reversal back up. That's all I've been doing is sitting here waiting on this setup patiently. I see the opportunities that can happen. That's all I'm doing is being patient. All I'm doing now at this time we're above 565. Now from that price point we already know what's overhead. What's the area that we need to break? 566.56. From that price point, what's next? 568. So we just slowly still climbing our way up, and look like Tesla still wants to do the same thing. Look like it's trying to reclaim that 9 EMA to try to push his way back up. But watch to see can those buyers push. I mean, I know we're still downtrending at this time, but look like it still want to set itself up to do something later on. But SPY for sure. I'm keeping that on watch. I'm just still watching this setup. Because again, all I'm doing is watching one particular price point to make that determination, and it just takes time. Let it set itself up. Because you got to remember, guys, today is a Friday. Majority of the volume is going to shut down because you got a lot of traders that left. Because the majority of the traders, they'll trade early in the morning, especially on Fridays. 9:30, damn near 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, they out. Lunch hours, they done with it. Because that's why I tell y'all, Fridays, pay close attention and be very careful on Fridays. Watch the setups, watch the movement, watch the volatility. See which volatility steps in, bearish or bullish. So far we slowly got a little reversal, slowly transition, green candle. So we start slowly building an uptrend, So we know once we start, especially once we start to get those indicators to curl back up, that's going to even be better too. That's going to help out the market even better. Because if we get those 9 EMA to curl its way back this way, towards that 566 and so forth, I mean, that'll definitely help. Because right now, you're still at the bottom. I mean, we got to get that bad boy to start to curl up. In order for it to curl up, we're going to need to push. We're going to need to push up because it's going to yank it. So, if we can go for a squeeze, that'll possibly yank that 9 EMA up that way. So, let's see. If we can get some type of squeeze to help us yank that 9 EMA back up to the rightful position in these two, then we can have a successful possible uptrend where you'll have a 9, 20, 50. So right now, you got the opposite going on. You got a 50, 29. You got the opposite, which is the bearish setup versus the bullish setup. So we need that 9 to cross our way back up where we can continue the uptrend toward the upside. So you already know it's going to be a strong resistance. It's going to be that 50. Because you're underneath it. You're underneath that bad boy. So that's what's causing that pullback. Strong indicator. Strong indicator. See why you're getting that heavy pullback down? 50, come right back down. It's a strong indicator. Strong indicator. Yep, I still ain't chasing, man. Like I said, if I get it, I get it. If I don't, I don't. I'm not forcing anything. It is what it is. I'm not forcing anything. I'm not forcing nothing. I know my price points. I know my price levels. I know what needs to be done in order for us to see the upside. Other than that, I'm not chasing. I'm not wasting. I'm going to let it do what it do. I'm not forcing anything. Let it do what it do, guys. I'm just saying, I'm speaking for me. I'm not forcing anything. If I don't see the setups, I'm just not, I'm not forcing anything. Yep. Once it hit that 50. Yep. Once it hit that 50 SMA, you got rejected because you got to remember we underneath it. So that again, that's when you get that strong pullback at TT Life. That 50 SMA, you hit that 50 because now that you're underneath it, can act as resistance. Because now when you're on top of it, you can clearly see what happens. You bounce on top of it. It's a strong support level. But then when you're underneath it, it can act as a strong resistance level, which is why I said I was waiting for the movement back up. That's why I said I was being patient, but we still didn't get that push. So I'm still not forcing nothing. I'm not forcing anything. D100 on that short, calling it a day. Shout out TT's Life. Shout out to you, boss. Yeah, so we fell right back underneath that 565.50 level and started to pull back down. So we fell back underneath it. So we didn't get that continuation. We did a good green to red move right back down. What time we got on this candle? So I'm gonna keep it on watch. I'm gonna keep it on watch though. But I was still keep it on watch. Man, I mean, we was doing good too, man. We was pushing up. Oh man, we was doing well. We was doing well. I was having faith in it too. But like I said, that's why I don't chase. I wait on confirmation. If it don't present it, I'm not chasing it. Again, if it's not getting around a certain price point that I need in order for me to get that confirmation, I'm not chasing it. I learned how to be patient. I learned how to have more of a strategic game plan and how to execute on it. I don't have to force everything. It's about being patient and just waiting on setups. Oh, my babe. I know I shouldn't have brought up Papa Do's. I know I shouldn't have said that because now I got her hungry. I got her thinking about Papa Do's right now. I knew I shouldn't have did that. I knew I shouldn't have did that. My bad. My fault. She gonna curse me out. I'm just still going through my contracts. Like I said, guys, I'm still ain't forcing nothing. I'm just still watching everything. I'm just still seeing how everything's setting up. Still seeing how everything's setting up. Not forcing nothing. Not forcing nothing. Oh, what time it is? Oh, yeah, guys, I'm about to soon be heading on out. I got to go run some errands real quick. And, man, I did have fun today, guys. If I do hop in on a trade, I will let you guys know. But congratulations to all my traders, man, throughout this week who nailed it, who killed it. Like I said, keep it on watch to see where we go on how we're going to close out today. Because I'm still watching. I'm still keeping my eyes peeled on those levels. I'm still watching regardless. But congratulations on your traders, man. Like I said, guys, it's always a trading opportunity, but don't force anything, man. Understand the patterns, understand the setups. You don't necessarily have to trade every day, and you don't have to trade every movement. Wait for the right setups. Think about it. Look at this. We pull back down. I still got my trend line. All I'm doing is seeing just if buyers gonna step in. I'm still being patient. Again, I see lower shadow, even though despite this deep pullback we just had. Right now, I'm still watching this trend line. Still, I see the body account trying to get right back on top of that EMA. Back on top of the EMA and that 565. I'm just slowly being patient and just seeing how we're gonna set up. I'm not forcing anything. I'm gonna let the market tell me what it's gonna do and trade off of it. But that's all I'm gonna do at this point. I'm gonna just be patient, guys. I'm gonna just, again, if I get it, I get it. If I don't, I don't. Wait to trade another day. It's always gonna be another opportunity. If I can get it today, I can. If I don't, fine. So, and then on top of that, what I'm gonna do is, even with that, I'm gonna look at those other blue chip companies, guys, too. Like, cause we already missed Tesla's. That was a beautiful move. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna look up all the other ones. You know, Nvidia, AMD, Amazon, Meta, Microsoft, Google, SMTR, PLTR. Can we see a future play that can help us in the long run? So I'm also take a look at that as well. So I'm gonna definitely take that into consideration. So I got y'all on that, man. But let me go ahead and start hitting my cell phone out, guys. I want everybody to have a blessed and safe weekend. No trades for me right now, so I haven't did anything. No trades for me yet. No trades yet. And once I do make one, I will alert you guys to let you know I'm in it. Because I'm still debating if I want to, if it sets up well, if I can go for a swing trade, I'll go for one. If not, wait till next week. Wait till Monday. No forcing anything. So let me go ahead and also let me go ahead and put my little logo, Queen. You already know. And put my little logo for everybody for the weekend, because I can use it. I'm happy to use it. Oh well, look, before I do that, let me put up let me give everybody shout outs first. I'm sorry. Let me give all the shout outs first. Let me give a shout out to, before I head on out. Let me give a shout out to, where's my mods at? Where's my mods thing at? Let me give a shout out to my mods, guys. Thank y'all so much. You guys do an amazing job on all platforms. YouTube, Tradecaster, Twitch. Thank you so much for that. Nadia, thank you so much for the donation, for the super thanks. Thank you so much for that, Queen. Appreciate you. Definitely appreciate you for that. So thank you so much. And for the team in general, you guys are amazing, man. You guys are definitely amazing. Let me go ahead and put my little logo. Aussie, you already know. Wait, Aussie, wait. Let me do it. Hold up. Let me do it. Hold up. Let me put it up. Ooh, let me do it. Let me do it. Yeah. I can't do it. Don't worry about it. I ain't got the glasses. Anyway, let me give a shout out to NS. Queen Jackie, shout out to you, Queen. Thank you and love you. Thanks so much for coming through and supporting me, Queen. Toy, shout out to you. Uncle Roy, shout out to you, boss. Again, Nadia, thanks so much for the donations. Rocky, shout out to you, boss. I hope y'all have a blessed and happy and safe weekend. We'll get rocking and roll from Mondays. Right now, like I said, still nothing for me yet. I know we pulling back, and I still haven't. It didn't set up the way I wanted it to. So I'm gonna just keep my eyes peeled. If I can go for a next possible put opportunity, we do crack some good levels. I'll just ride the momentum down. So it didn't go the way I wanted it to. Not forcing, not chasing. So just being smart about it. So let me scroll back on up. Let's see who came in this morning. Who we got? Today was the 9th, right? Yeah. Make sure I don't go beyond that. Let me see today. Give a shout out to Roman. Congratulations on your profit as well too, boss. We got Roman. We have Trading Profits, Trader Mike, Thunder, Jenna. Who else we had in the building? Queen. Shout out to y'all. Aussie, one of the first ladies of Team Traedz. You already know what time it is, Queen. Thank you, and I hope you and your hubby have a blessed weekend. Can't wait to see y'all for Money Monday. Y'all know what time it is. Who else we had in the building? Engineer, it's always a pleasure, Queen. AK-47, was AK-47 here today? Yeah, he was here today. Yeah, AK was here. AK, Deck, shout out to y'all. Active, shout out to all of y'all. The three horsemen, the three traders. Azen, shout out to you, boss. Who else we had in the building? I want to make sure I don't forget nobody. Insiders, always a pleasure to have you. Money Man, always a pleasure to have you as well, boss. Right now, guys, we are pulling back down towards that 360, 563.50. Keep your eyes peeled on that. We have fell from the pretty much a $2 drop. So it looked like we fell from that 565.50 down to that 563.50. So watch that 563.50 level. Watch that level, guys. See if we stay above that price point or crack it. Watch that 563.50. Watch that level, because if you fall from that level, you do have room to fall back down to that 561.93. So keep that on watch. So, but watch that 563.50 first. Watch that level. I'm gonna say it over again. 563.50. Watch that level. Keep that on watch. Let's see. JYD, shout out to you, boss. Who else? TT Life is always a pleasure. I think I said your name twice, but still always a pleasure. And that's it, guys. So let me go ahead and wrap it on up. And guys, again, if you are new to my channel, before I do the weekend thing, do me a favor, guys. Do go to my YouTube under JTraedz TV. Smash that subscribe button. Like I said, if you're already subscribed, hit that notification bell. Like, share, comment. If you're already again on Twitch, hit follow or subscribe to avoid the ads. So thank y'all so much for everything on that. So let me put my weekends thing back up. Get ready to rock and roll. So guys, I will be back in Monday, and you already know over the weekends for my Patreon members, I'm gonna update the charts to see on how we can set ourselves up going into next week. If you want to be a part of my Patreon, put it up too. If you ever want to join a Patreon as well, I do put up some good alerts as well on that one. And I do alert that I do set it up and update it every single day. So let me put up what's the Patreon link? I'll put it up real quick for you guys. If you ever want to become a Patreon member, got that. And then for my Patreon members, don't forget, guys, I will be putting out the Traedz Journal. So do get ready for that, where I will be updating that to see on how we're going to set ourselves up for next week. The next opportunities that we will have. So get ready.
JTraedz says.
Oh, shut up.
Join the Patreon.
Shut up. I ask you all that. Anyway. But yeah, guys. Congratulations to everybody. I hope everybody have a safe and blessed weekend. And again, don't force anything. Remember, today is Friday, so watch those levels. And again, guys, watch that level, 563.50. Keep that on watch. Even despite the pullback we having, keep that on watch at all times to see where we go from there. Other than that, man, guys, I had a blast and have fun. And I will see you guys for Money Monday. And keep it rocking and rolling, man. Stay blessed, stay safe. Love y'all. Peace.